Hey, what's up, everybody? Uh, all right. Hope everybody's doing good. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, there's the man. I don't know about there's the man, but here I am. What's up, Dale? All right. Let me see. I'm getting something here. Okay. Let me go and get this put in here. What's up, Tim? Scotty? There we go. All right. How's everybody doing tonight, guys? Um, it has been another rainy time here the last couple days. It's we just got out about an hour and 15 minutes. I must be missing something on the chat. It's not showing up here, but anyway, yeah, we went and checked the rain gauge earlier, and we got almost 2 inches. I think it's like an inch and eight tenths, I believe, is about what it was. No, let's see here. Hey, whoa, Mr. Paul, what are you doing? Oh, why not, Dale? What's up? Hey, it's Colton and Brooke with 3B Homestead.
You know, man.
What are you doing, Mr. Paul?
Just chilling,
Just chilling? You must be kicked back in your recliner or something.
laying on the couch.
Oh, okay. Oh,
it's
mercy.
it's been one of them.
Oh, heavens fire. How are you? Been one of them. Have y'all got much rain up there, Mr. Paul?
Nothing enough to mess up your windshield wipers.
Mm.
Yeah, no rain to speak of. I've had a little weird drizzle.
Yeah. Jennifer says, you look like you a criminal on the run.
Yep, I'm laying low.
Oh man. Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of nothing, but a little bit of everything today, I guess.
I've been really
There's
busy all
Chris. Yeah, I went today. I've done got aggravated. I've been trying to go hunt and hey Peter, old man King Homestead. There's
day.
Rainy Ridge, Eric and Tina, Joe Jacobson. How are you? I think he snuck up. What do you say? It's all moving. I think he
Howdy,
snuck up.
everybody. It's a lot easier to say that than to try to type all that.
Yeah, that's right. So let me see if I can get this. I'm gonna try to remember how I pin this right here, right quick, because I do not remember exactly what I'm doing here. I don't remember. I don't do it very often. But anyway, yeah, I went today. I said I've done been needing. I went and got me a 4-wheeler today.
Well, good for you. What'd you get?
Yeah, I got a Honda 520 Rubicon.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
anything about new Hondas, but we've had several old ones that are bulletproof.
Well, that's what I've had. I've had a 400 Foreman. I'm telling you,
Mhm.
that thing is a 90. I think a 97, and there was nothing left. It has seen
literally
all the
drove
better days it could see.
literally drove the wheels off from it, huh?
Literally,
I haven't
literally.
I've not made a video about mine, but I had a little purchase kind of like that here the other day. I bought a Yamaha Bear Tracker. It's a little one, 250, just a two-wheel drive.
Yeah.
My little side by side, that Kubota side by side, is so slow. It works great for stuff right here around the buildings and everything, but if you get very far, it don't go any faster than a lawnmower.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes I just need to get around a little quicker. I don't like taking it to try to ride fence. It
Yeah.
takes too much time, and it's hard on it
Yeah.
driving through stuff that's tall. It's liquid cooled. The Kubota is.
Yeah.
And
That's what this one here is, liquid cooled. It's water
it gets
cooled.
a bunch of trash in the radiator the way they put it, so it's kind of not
Yeah.
that good. But the
Those, my dad, he's got a machine shop. It's what he does. And he does a lot of the Kubota places stuff when they have engine problems. He
mhm.
does the machine work for them. And they struggle with them Kubotas because not that they're bad, they're not bad engines. They're really good engines. But those things, people don't blow the radiators out. And it's just the same motor that's on the lawnmowers, it's on those
Mhm.
side by sides and all that, and they do the same thing. They get hot, and
Well,
that's it.
we figured out on mine that it had blowed the fuse that run the electric fan at one point because it was overheating. It's got temperature gauge, or else we'd have burned it up. But you know,
I got you, Avid. I have not fooled with any electricity here lately, but today is my first day off. I've got 10 days off to, well, now I guess technically 9 days off. I'm sure I can find some electricity.
I watched that
Um,
and I thought, yeah, he's gonna touch it. He's gonna touch it. Ow! It is working. Uh-huh.
uh, yep, yep. Those Kubotas, they do. Hey Neil, how are you?
So far, I
Um,
like the little Yamaha, but it has a different, the ones that were a manual shift Honda, the last ones that I'd had, and the ones that mom and dad both, theirs was this a way to where you push down on a button and pull on the left handle for the brake and
yeah.
then shift down into reverse. Well, this Yamaha, you have to put it in first gear, and then it's got a lever down there by your ankle that you have to reach down and pull a trigger on and move the lever to put it into reverse. And it's a little bit unhandy for me, but I have.
I've seen one of them. That was like, is was it a not a big bear? It's a timber. Was it a timber? Was it a timber wolf?
I think there is. This one's a bear tracker, and it's got
Bear
that.
tracker, or maybe I knew it was something like that.
And
Hey
so
Beth, how are you?
it's a little bit unhandy for me, but I just haven't gotten used to it that much. Them side by sides will make you lazy.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I've got a 700 Polaris Ranger,
Yeah.
and the front end's tore up in it right now, and it's just one of them deals. It's really expensive
Mm.
for all the parts, and I've got to have time to work on it too. And
Yeah.
then in the meantime, for whatever reason, um, uh, um, the dogs decided to tear the seats off of it. And let me tell you, seats for
Yeah.
a Polaris Ranger, and this is not, it's not a new one. This is like a 2008
Mhm.
Polaris Ranger. Let me tell you, they are extremely expensive. Like
Make you learn.
probably probably $700 or $800 for the top and bottom, the
Make
back
you
and bottom.
learn how to recover that to be satisfactory for yourself.
Well, and that's probably what's going to end up being. But I got aggravated with the situation. So
Well, I'll tell you something, and you might not have ever thought about this, but my dad has helped me recover several tractor seats and stuff around here on the farm. And you can go, I go on eBay, I'm sure Amazon has it, and buy that vinyl that they put on those seats. And what dad would help me do is he'd help me use stretch that over it
hmm
and find a place you could hook onto it. And we would use hog rings. You know what hog
oh,
rings are?
uh-huh.
Yeah, he has hog ring pliers, and I'd just buy a box of hog rings, and we'd go around that and clamp that down to everything with hog rings. I've got some seats on uncabbed tractors that have had covers on them we put on there for over 10 years now.
Yep.
And we didn't do anything but just go right over what it had before. The on that one, especially the vinyl that it had on it was cracked, and so every time you sat on it, because it would get water in it, it'd wet your seat for you, which is really handy in the wintertime. if you
Yeah.
can get it to wet your seat for you, and then freeze
Yeah.
your rear end off. And so we've successfully done some of that. I've done some truck seats, but it's nothing fancy, but it'll keep it to where it sheds water and
Yeah. That's right. Hey, Ace. Yeah, here's Jennifer. Car part talk. You come on, Jennifer. It ain't that bad.
well, let me tell you,
Um,
when we did find some things when we were recovering seats on tractors and trucks and stuff, and it wasn't fairy dust and sparkly either. There,
yeah.
I know that's down Jennifer's alley. Fairy dust and sparkly stuff, and what was it? The other stuff she said that
She. Oh,
unicorns.
you ought to see. Did you see the house that she put on YouTube there? Oh, I see that was right up her alley. You talking about
Yeah,
all the bling
totally.
bling? Oh,
It was
Jennifer would been right
totally
up.
bedazzled.
Yes, indeed, bedazzled. There you go. Oh, yeah, Tim. That's what my son's got a 420, and that's what I almost got was a 420 um Rancher. And the reason I didn't is because they're having issues and for his the axle bearing on the straight axle on the left rear. We have replaced the axle tube, I think, once or twice, the bearing probably 20 times, replaced the axle and the hub twice. And Honda has said that it it's an issue. Well, Honda hasn't. The dealerships will say it's an issue, but it don't show up as bad if you're not riding it. Now, my son, I have not looked at the mileage and the hour um,
Hmm.
meter on it, but there's no telling how many miles and hours is on that 2019 420 Rancher. Hey, it did pin at the well, you probably did it pin at the top of the chat, guys, the link to? Because I think you come in off where I posted it, didn't you, Mr.
That was
Bob?
how I got here.
Yeah, that's what I said. So I want to make sure it did pin right.
I can go over there and look without. Yes, it did. It's right there at the top of the chat.
Okay, good deal.
Yep.
Good deal. Serena, what did I miss? Oh, I got you. There you go. Yep.
Glitter spray can. Huh.
Let me
So
get
I can
down.
jazz up my car parts. Hmm.
Yeah. I see I get caught up right here. I went to run in my head and I wasn't there. Here's some blue shorts, but I didn't. Everybody's on me about their blue jackets. You can buy glitter in a spray can. Wait
Yeah.
till I see what my car parts will look like when I get a car. Okay.
When they came out with chrome paint, that was really popular about the time I was graduating high school. And we had one guy that put chrome paint stripes with a rattle can on his car. Really fancied it up big now, let me tell you.
Yeah. They hey, look, have you seen some of these folks now what they're doing with some of these higher dollar spray cans? I mean, they're doing some pretty nice paint jobs on vehicles. It's some folks doing a bunch of YouTube videos and stuff on it. And you'd see it on TikToks and all that stuff.
My first vehicle was a 78 3/4 ton Chevy pickup that somebody had put dual wheels on the back of and a flatbed. And before I could drive it, I had to put another motor in it because we bought it with a blown motor. And I got that thing all up and running. We used it around the farm quite a bit. And um, when I
Hey,
got to where I could drive to
Duncan.
school, my
Yeah.
dad says, I'd like to use your truck tomorrow. And his truck didn't have flatbed on it or duals. So sometimes if he was going to haul something, he'd borrow mine and I'd just drive his to school. And so I drove his to school. And when I come home, he had rattle canned that whole pickup. And I don't know how to tell you to do the right prep work for rattle canning a whole pickup, but he didn't do it right.
Hmm.
And
He didn't do it right, huh?
It looked really good. It really did. It was white to begin with, and he had just fixed everything on it. Totally, really bright white. It looked really good until I washed it once, and about half of it come off at the car wash. He probably used the best rattle cans you could buy at Walmart too.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Tim, my son's 420 has been jam up. We've had no issues other than that bearing thing. Like I said, a lot of it is just because of the miles he puts on it.
We've
And,
had one that had motor problems that quit us, and it was a rancher, but it was electric shift, and the electric shift wound up being the thing that done it in. Uh,
yeah,
it just got to where it wouldn't work at all, and you can manual shift those ones that are electric shift, but not for very long.
yeah. Well, see, and that's what my dad right now. That's what he's got, and they actually make a. And hey, hold on, Jennifer. We trying to get through. I know this is parts talk here. They make a bypass kit, and we've actually got one ordered for it. And it's basically a harness that will bypass all the sensors and safety switches on it. And I got a new switch ordered. I got the wire harness ordered, and I'm putting a new motor on it. And that's got to fix the issue.
Yeah, I think Dale's right. Maybe if he would have scratched it a little bit, it would have stuck to it. But man, I was really disappointed when I was washing that off and I looked up and it wasn't water that blowed off the truck, it was the paint. And it just came off like in little sheets.
Yeah. Hey. Oh my gosh.
That one that we had that had the electric shift, the the guy that had it, I bought it from Joplin Honda, and the guy that had it before me used it to spray with, and he had apparently like a 15-gallon spot sprayer on the back of it, and it looked like it was camo, but it was actually dark green, and that spray stuff he never washed it off, and it affected the color of that machine, and it
Mm,
also caused the screen to be where you couldn't read anything in the screen.
yep.
And they
Yep.
told us that when we bought it, you can't read anything on the screen. You can't read the miles or nothing like that. And it even tell you what gear you was in, so you couldn't tell that. You just had to drive it without that.
Yeah, the son does that. Daddy's is like that. You can't hardly see Daddy's now on his
Well, I
little
can tell
vehicle.
you how to fix that temporarily
Uh-oh.
because I got caught out fixing fence about a mile and a half from home, and it just came a downpour. And I mean, it was pouring like water out of a bucket. And you can read through that whenever it's covered in water.
Really?
Yep, you could read through it just as clear as day when that
Oh,
screen cover was covered in water, and I couldn't hardly believe it. And I'm like, "How did they not know this?" And then it hit me. Maybe they did know that, and they
yeah.
didn't want me to know what that said underneath there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dale gonna be taking notes for Cahoots car park talk. Hey, we do one on how well do you know four wheelers, Jennifer? That would be a good Cahoots for Dale. Hold on, it must be Amy. Yep, I've decided on my the giveaway. It's everything is right here. We're Christmas, and we're going to wait until after Christmas to do the giveaway. So we trying to buy so many daggum Christmas presents. I ain't hardly bought nothing for a giveaway. So we're gonna wait and do that come sometime in January. So everybody get some Christmas after January. What are you doing, Mr. Paul? You look like you were in.
Texting. Sorry, my help wanting to know
Oh,
what's going on tomorrow. I'm really wanting to tell him to just forget it and go to bed. And a lot of the times I voice text him, but I didn't figure you want me to do that. I guess I could
mm,
mute you.
no, you're good. We Neil, I'm gonna tell you, Dale could not have done. what he done on that shed if it hadn't been for Nana. Nana was in the background pointing him in the right directions.
Still never seen any oak wood go up on that thing. I don't know. He,
He might be using that for firewood.
yeah, he probably decided that'd be better smoker wood than lumber. That's all right. I give it to him so he could use it however he wanted to. Yeah.
Do you
Whenever I first started dealing with any oak wood, I thought that I wouldn't be able to cut it with a skill saw because my dad had never bought a new blade for his skill saw ever. And I went and bought me a brand new skill saw, and it had a nice new blade on it. That just cut through that oak wood like it was butter.
I got me a brand new skill saw the other day too.
Yeah.
I won it at work. That was my Christmas at our Christmas party. Got me a DeWalt 20-volt um, battery.
Yep.
I told him I would have rather had a Milwaukee, but I mean you can't fuss when it's free.
I'll tell you, there's a DeWalt one I'd like to own, and it's the big half-inch impact that's their about 20 volt. And I haven't stopped and talked to him about it lately, but it's just not in the cards. The reason it's not in the cards is because Kevin has one, and
Yeah.
we use his a lot.
Look, Amy, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Amy has felt so bad. Let me get this here. Hang on. I gotta fix this. Amy felt so bad because I mean she was slacking on Chris, Texas Raiders package that they went and hand delivered it to him Sunday.
Yeah, that thumbnail for their videos, like, who you gonna call? Amy Leonard.
Well, just don't call her if you need something shipped in a hurry. That's all I gotta say about that. I'm just saying.
No, but she's number one with the complaint department. Hi, Amy. How are you, my bougie white friend? Oh man.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Destiny tied 17-17. Oh, I ain't even turned. I don't hardly watch no NFL too much.
Hey, I'm real proud of the accolades your son's been getting, Trey. Uh,
Man, look, he
just team
has
up, isn't he?
he, he's got all kind of stuff, and we don't know what all else it may be.
Hmm.
I said, and the aggravating thing about the whole thing with him is he's got like I think it's 6 schools, and the all they got to do is just say, hey, yep, I want to go to college and go to, and he can go, and he does not uh want to go to school. He says, so I don't know.
Yeah, I got good grades when I was in school.
Oh,
I had no want
good
to
deal.
go to college, but there
Yeah.
was a little redheaded guidance counselor at Quapaw convinced me I could go, and I did go get a 2 year degree. I worked I worked 3 different jobs some of the time while I was doing that too.
Well, I wish he would just try it. You know what I mean? Just see, because I mean I had the same opportunities except mine was.
I'm in my living room, Bo.
Yeah, she's kicked back there.
I'm laying on the couch here. Nita's over there behind me looking at me like, "What in the world are you doing?" This is this is the kinder, gentler, more relaxed Paul.
That's right.
Mhm.
Here, let's see. You- Oh, you think Molly was trying to shit save package to Amy? It's talking about Amy there. I'm so far behind on the chat over here. I'm slacking. I stink tonight.
Well, sometimes you're the pigeon, sometimes you're the statue.
Yeah, yeah.
I have had a really, really tough day today. I don't know how this has happened, but we had planned to move and go log at a different place because the timber we've been cutting is not really good, and Scott needed some long logs. And and he's got a patch of woods that we had been cutting on, but we kind of have to cut everything there as we go. So I'd been pulling a lot of firewood logs out of there, and I had a stash that I thought would probably get me all the way through winter on firewood logs. So we'd pulled out of there and had another couple jobs that would pay a little bit. The deal we're on now, the logs are just not good. We've cut a lot of them off at 10 foot, and they'd have a void in them, and it looks like they're good, except the middle of them's no good. So um, we decided to go back to his place to cut him some long stuff. We got him a load of long stuff out today, but it's been below 50 and the mist, and my legs got wet, and all I do is sit in that loader and operate it. And I just about froze by the time we left there about 1 o'clock. And the other thing that I had to do this evening was finish the never ending Bull Won't Stay with the Bulls saga. And I don't know if you are privy to any of that, but
I have.
a,
I
w-
have.
a week ago, we picked up all our bulls and put them on 20 acres. There's 9 of them. And so they got plenty of room. They can get away from each other. And the very next morning, one of mine is out walking the fence along where he spent all summer and a mile away from where we picked him up and put him. And so I run him in there with his stuff because it's Sunday morning. I didn't have time to put him back. And then on Monday, I caught him and hauled him back. On Tuesday, he was still there. And on Wednesday evening, Scott calls me and he says, I've got pictures of that bull walking through my yard on my surveillance cameras right after dark. And so we put him with his cows thinking, I don't know what we're going to do to make the thing stay in because he jumped both the fences and he's not even 2 years old yet. And I'm like, well, there's only two different ways I know of solving this problem. Do you know what two ways those are?
What? What's that?
1 pound packages or the local stockyards. Yeah. That's the two ways you solve a bull getting out that way. And so
That's right.
uh,
You're
I
right.
tried, I tried to get Scott to want to butcher him. And he went on a couple days thinking, I might, and I'm gonna try. We got a different guy we've been taking stuff to lately, and thought we might use his butcher or his field butcher. And then Scott says, I think you should just catch him up and haul him off. And now this is going to get into a pretty involved story.
Uh-oh.
And I promise when I get done, I'm going to be done because I'm about had it with today. Um, so we made plans that when we quit working today, and that time is usually about 2:30 or 3, that we're going to go see if we can catch that bull. And we decided to put a couple of cows of Scott's in the trailer with him so he isn't nuts all the way to the sale barn. He's not old, but he's pretty big.
Yeah.
And so we loaded him. I thought Scott got kicked in the face, to tell you the truth. One of the cows, he was in the pen with them, going to drive him up the alley into the trailer. And one of them kicked and got as high as his head. And I don't know what the sound came from, but it sounded like she connected. And he said she did not
She did.
because I'd be laying on the ground. Anyway, we got him put in my trailer and I took off toward Welch.
Yeah.
And I got to Welch about almost 4 o'clock, which I thought I was getting along pretty good. And sat in line there, and they didn't have hardly any help. They had two ladies doing all of it. And they've usually got one there writing the tickets, and somebody else that's a little younger and more spry than me or her doing the cow herding. And she wanted to know what I had, and I said, I've got to do a little sorting because I got two cows that go back home with me, but I got a bull. And she gets it set up to where I can run that bull out of my trailer in there.
Yeah.
I got one of the cows to stay in the trailer. So that really
Oh, God.
simplified things. I just got to run the other one back in. when we separate her off the bull. And the guy that was behind me got out of his truck and came up there and was helping us get them separated from the other side of a gate. And when I got her separated from the bull and got the gate shut on the bull,
Yeah.
I tried to drive her toward the trailer, and I had the little gates shut on each side of my trailer. And she walked up there and hit one of them, opened it, and skinnied out between my trailer and their wall, right out onto the highway.
Really?
And I I followed her out with my stock stick and just left everything else sitting there. And there was a guy driving down the road that actually I flagged him down because they go 65 miles an hour right by there on a 2-lane road. And I got him to slow down, and he went around me standing on the edge of the road, walking down there toward where that cow was. And he gets her headed back up toward us. And she's seen a bunch of other cattle down there. And when he drove his truck down there, it scared all the other cattle back. And so she became uninterested in that and ran across the highway. And and so I'm like, I don't know what to do now. And the owner of the stockyards and his wife, this is really strange. That I seen them leave the parking lot in a pickup and a little SUV, like a, I don't think it was, but it was like a Chevy Equinox. And they went down, and it's all open over there as a bean field. And they went down there to the corner of that bean field and got, kind of behind her and never got off the road with the pickup. And the pickup comes back and starts flagging the highway. And he goes down there in that little car and runs that cow back across the road. And this saga goes on for 30 minutes of them trying to get her back up there where they can get her in a gate at the stockyards.
Yeah.
And in that period of time, she gets back and forth across the road 3 more times. We have we have been driving a cow that's not even going to get sold for
Oh
almost
my.
half an hour.
Oh my gosh.
And the thing I couldn't believe is the owner of the stockyard's driving his wife's good car out there in the field to get this cow to go where she needed to go. And they finally, and I was still out trying to flag down. I actually stopped a semi truck that had a track and a trolley off of like a huge uh, track hoe, and it was one load, just one track. I flagged him down, got him stopped when she went across the highway the last time. And they had 3 guys in trucks with stock trailers that went down there and made a portable wall to get her to go in. And they finally got her caught. And then I walked over there to talk to the owner, Dale, and he he said, "We got her. We got her. It'll be all good now. She don't have a back tag yet, but we got her." And I said, "Well, Dale, she don't sell. That's not even my cow. She's got to go back home with me." He said, "That could take a little time. We just put her in a pen with stuff." I said, "I don't care how long it takes. I'll wait around. I know you got other stuff to do." And he told me what to do, and I went around the other side of the sale barn and got backed up to where we could load her, and it wasn't probably 30 minutes, and we had her back in the trailer. But what a fiasco.
I agree with Dale. I think she needed to just stay there. You should have just left her there.
It wasn't her fault. It was mine. Or the stockyards. I didn't have enough help. I should have just had that guy behind me when he come up to that gate say, "Hey, can you just come over here and help me? Because I can't stand on both sides of this trailer at the same time."
Look, my neighbor the other day, we chased cows. I said it in my one of my last videos. I kind of had to cut the video kind of short the way we done it. But he he opened the gate and I'm guilty of doing the same thing because my cows will come to a feed bucket, whatever. But he opened the gate and walked in, and his cows walked out. And
Yeah.
he didn't get no hurry for the situation. Oh, it's okay. I'll get them in a minute. So Anyway, by the time he got through doing what he was doing and got him a bucket, they done got across the canal and got in that fresh ryegrass over there planted.
Oh,
No fence, and there was no bringing them back from that. And I'm telling
yeah.
you, I went down there and I took Lucy, I took Daddy's dog down there, and we could get them back to that canal, but we could not get them to cross the canal.
They forgot
And
how they got
finally,
there.
yeah, yeah. No, they just didn't want to go across. That green grass was good.
Yeah, yeah. There ain't no feed bucket bringing them back for that. Well, that's
Mm-mm,
kind of
no,
we
indeed.
don't do any driving on our cattle hardly ever, and it's all that we catch them by baiting them, and they're used to it because we train them for that. But when you turn one out on a busy highway that's a little bit stirred up, you ain't gonna bait her back to a place she'd never been before. So
That's right.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, there is no collaboration for cow chasing. There's just good stories about it. And mine today ended very well. We got the cow back and nobody got killed. I don't know. A lot of people think that's just some type of a trivial thing, but I have to have insurance. I imagine Trey does too, because
Hmm.
I have cattle. And if they get out on any kind of a road and get hit, it's a high probability somebody's going to be dead.
Yep. 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 We have to do it. And everything has to, you have to put it in your pastures. Everything. Each pasture.
Yep.
Yeah. This is Amy. Everybody always Chris like they like hear me say yearling. You know.
Go for it.
So
Do it again.
yeah. Amy, Amy and them the other day. I can't remember if it was when they was on the way to deliver Chris's package to him that Amy kept forgetting and refusing to ship or not. But anyway, they seen this road. And she she had to, she took a picture and sent it to me.
I was watching somebody's video on oh, Knapp Farms. He's in Indiana. He had bought a different truck, and harvest is over now, and he's hauled his whole harvest in with this different truck, and now he does a new truck video to tell you about the new truck. And he he was like telling about how they had to go over the Rio Grande and then through Paris and Cuba and two or three other, places far away, and it was only 2 hours away, and it was all in Indiana, and to get that truck, and I'm like, yep, you could that makes good story,
Yep,
you could go get on I-44 and go east from here and go past Lebanon, Mexico, and Cuba, and then you'll be in St. Louis. Yeah.
yeah. We had well, Tina. I'm sure maybe Tina Rainy Ridge, but Tina Eric. We had a lady down the road here on the 4 lane running 65, 70. Somebody's horses got out, and that did not end well
Hmm.
for no one involved.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you this about that over there. At least the people that were going by there that I had to flag down stopped or slowed down to see what was going on. We've had times when we have car trouble, flat tire along the road or whatever on a trailer and have to stop. And not only do they not bother to get over, they don't slow down at all. And
Yeah.
I guess when you see a fat man in overalls out there waving a stock stick at you, maybe I don't know. I don't know. I know some people just don't get it. You got a highway patrolman out there wearing a gun and they don't slow down. So
Yeah, that's right. Man, people don't pay attention. Most of them was probably passing doing this. They probably never even seen you.
yeah,
Well, the way
you
a lot
know,
of people are.
several years ago we hauled our calves all the way to South Coffeeville to sell them, and we decided we was going to try to get all of them, like the boys' calves and my calves and Dad's calves, there for the same sale. And we didn't have enough trailers, so we was going to have to make 3 trips apiece with 3 trailers. And so we started at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Hey,
It's 70 miles. over to South Coffeeville. So you figure out it took quite a little while. And we had the last loads of them to load up here at my place, which actually there's a nightlight here, and there's not a nightlight anywhere else where we
Yeah.
would load stuff.
Yeah.
And I got to noticing that people wouldn't dim their lights when we was headed back those 2 times in the dark. And I would flash my lights at them all the way until I'd meet them, and I'd see them for half a mile almost, and they wouldn't dim their lights. And then I got to noticing when I'd meet those people that wouldn't dim their lights, I could see their face. And it was because they was holding their phone up here and they were on their phone or whatever.
You
And I'm like, I guess I'll just be happy if they can stay on their side of the road.
I'm telling man, people nowadays, these phones is some of the worst things in the world for on driving. It has caused up so many wrecks. I was trying to text Crystal right quick.
I can't do but just one thing good sometimes.
That's right. Ain't
Mul-
much of a multitasker. Like
Multitask.
me, I'm having to stop talking and reading over here to get a text done. I can't be texting and talking.
Multitasking just gets beyond me. Now, I am selling wood that we're cutting off a place and clearing a place at the same time, but I don't think that counts.
Yeah, I got talking about cutting wood and selling off your place. My dad let my uncle cut a bunch of trees.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, you were
off
saying
of
that they
his,
was selling lumber off from you.
yeah. Well, he's back out there today. He's got logs. He's laying logs down. I guess they fixing to. This man, golly, he cutting her down. I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna try after the first of the year. I'm gonna try to um get me a sawmill. I think.
Hmm.
Um, looks like Eric's enjoying his.
Yeah, yeah. There's Greg. It says it's a short drive from my house to Miami. He probably called that Miami. And Pensacola, but that's Pensacola, Oklahoma, not not,
Oh,
not Florida.
where were you? Hey, yeah, we no Jennifer. I don't know. You're talking about Crystal. I can promise you, Crystal is not asleep. She's probably on Amazon ordering more Christmas stuff.
Hello, neighbor.
Oh, he must not
Is
even. Hello, Chris.
how long were you in the basement?
Well, I was in there for a while, long enough to
Well,
get up and go to the living room.
Did
I
you?
kind of, I kind of,
How
I
you, Paul?
guess I must not have heard it because it dings when I have someone join, and either I don't know why I didn't hear it.
I
Can you check
apologize.
your phone, Trey?
I did. I hadn't. I mean, I just seen it come across. I was texting Crystal. I hadn't done nothing else. I'm trying to catch up in the chat.
I know, but it was kind of a
I
question I had.
well, it's they're. I think they're gone.
Okay.
So yeah. Oh, but Jennifer. Yeah, Jennifer.
Trey, you need to ask Amy about her new vehicle and the seats, the car seats.
Oh, what
What
about
what
the seats, Amy?
what they specially do?
Oh, well, is it heating, cooling, massaging? I mean, I'm probably something to do with massaging because Amy's bougie like it. You know,
The funny
yeah,
thing is that her color of her car almost is a match to my color of my truck, and I was like, wow.
yeah, that's right, Avid. They do. That's where a lot of people drive, and it becomes a habit. That driving with your phones become a habit.
It has to do with something about what Avid always gives a hard time to Amy about.
Yeah. Oh, there's Mama. What are you doing, Mama? Yeah, they I can't wait to see this
Hi,
if
Amy.
Jennifer your carrot seeds there we will have to make some videos of the carrot seeds. So Mama got them. Mama got hers, and then and I can't remember if I told you before I talked about it, but I can't remember if you was in here last time. But Mallory's boyfriend, my daughter's boyfriend, and his friend, they both won the carrot seed, and they're going to have a carrot grow off, a carrot competition. So I'll have to keep
Hey, Bowen.
her, yeah, keep her updated on the situation. Oh, Amy done got on to me, so I'm trying to scroll over every comment. I'm sorry, Amy. I wasn't trying to skip nobody. Um, Crystal's too bougie for us. I don't know what. Like I said, she's probably on Amazon ordering stuff. I don't know. I talked to her. Well, actually, me and Jessica talked to her earlier. She was trying to figure out stuff to buy people and all that stuff. Tell her extra sparkles for me and ship to my Canadian address.
I think Jennifer just needs to move to the United States.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, more sparkles.
Oh, there you go. Crystal didn't sleep at all last night. Couldn't sleep, and she's felt bad. Yeah, but I bet you she still ain't asleep. She's about like me. She don't sleep very much. Oh, Avid, you heard it ding a while ago. Oh, and there's
Oh,
Dale. Dale's agreeing too.
that was me. That was all in my head.
Tiny
Ding, ding,
heaters.
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. I've never heard it called Heine heaters, Amy. That's a new one.
Those are all right if you know you've got them, but if you don't know you've got them and you have friends that's going to turn them on for you and see how long it takes you to roll the window down and sweat, it's not that fun.
Yeah, I had a buddy did that to me one time. I was kind of uncomfortable and I didn't think about the heated seat. Man, it's getting hot. And I didn't know, and he was over there, he was rolling about it. He thought it was funny. I was over there sweating. I'm kind of hot natured anyway. Oh
So Trey,
God,
I
tiny
gotta
heaters.
ask you, Trey,
What's that?
how's Bunny?
To be honest with you, Chris, I have not seen Bunny in a
What?
couple of days. Well, it's this time
I'm
change. I've been
having
working.
withdrawals. Am I just going to have to officially adopt her?
Sure, we'll send her to you in 1 pound.
Hey, I've already asked him if he would.
Hey, what is that? What is that like in commercials? Oh, we'll set you up on a monthly payment plan for your bunny.
Oh yeah, you can have a timeshare bunny.
Yeah. Hey, I've watched y'all and everybody and celebrating farm lives and all these here auctions, so I know about what the prices are going for. And
Yeah, it could be.
my attorney, Paul Case, will represent me.
It should make all the cattlemen really happy. But you have to realize just about every cattleman that sells anything has to buy something. And every time I sell calves and the price is really high, I'm like, oh, but I need another bull.
That's
Well,
all right.
yeah, yeah.
Trey
Well, that's
got
it. Every
himself
time you,
that new toy he's got.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, people have to do that once in a while.
yeah,
I had a guy at my church tell me that I was apparently making too much money because I had bought a new pickup. Well, my new pickup was an '09 model in 2023.
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm making too much money. I bought a new 15-year-old pickup, you know. Had almost 200,000 miles on it already. And yeah, anyway.
So I've got
Uh,
a question. Maybe even Dale might be able to answer it. I don't in the chat or something. Do they make tractors? I mean, I know they have tractors that have air conditioning, but do tractors have Heine heaters?
yes,
Oh
yeah,
my
and
lord!
and air conditioning. If you buy my uncle, because I drive one of them. My uncle has it's the God, the MX, it's a MX 285, which I know it's not just that tractor, but it's MX 285 case tractor. They got red leather seats and then heated and cooled.
I'm sure
Oh
that's
my
an
Lord.
option. I'm
Yeah,
sure that's an
yeah.
option.
That he had leased those tractors, so of course they was the premium,
Now, I've
tractors.
also there's some of those guys I watch, like Brian's farming videos. They've got a combine, and they've had a couple of them, I believe, that have a refrigerator in the
Oh
cab.
yeah, yeah.
And
The John
however,
Deere's do. I know.
I got to tell you that if you see a tractor on Paul Case Farm's YouTube channel that he is using that has heated or air conditioned seats, it's going to be because the seat was out from under the barn and the sun was shining and it was really hot,
Yep.
or it had snow on it. That will be the heated and cooled seats you'll see on my channel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you did a great
they're
job,
heated. They're
Paul.
heated when you want to be cooled, and they're cooled when you want to be heated, aren't they?
Well, yeah.
They work opposite. That's what we got them.
I don't know how they do it the other way.
Well, you did a good job on the welding, that's for sure, Paul.
Well, that I use 6011 rod and make the nastiest weld that I can. And Kevin took his uh, cutting wheel off his angle grinder and put a wire wheel on it and run over that. And I'm like, dude, you look like I could get hired somewhere with welds like that. You know, like Johnny's Farm Fabrication. Uh,
Now, were you stick
is,
welding or were you wire?
oh no, that was stick.
Yeah, see, that's what I've learned on.
Yeah. I'm still learning. But I have a little different kind of a degree on that welding. Mine works like this. You better make it stick or you get to do it over
Yeah,
and over and
and
over.
over.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
I don't like using an angle grinder, and I'd have to cut all that off there and grind it out. And so I learned how to I'm pretty quick, study on that. I learned how to make it stay.
Yeah.
And on
Oh,
that motor, it's doing pretty good. I think I'm really going to enjoy having that to be able to go pick bales out of the field. I've got a couple of different crossable hay fields to lease, and it may wind up just being a bail it on the shares for them this coming year. And so there'll be some trailer hauling. All this close stuff, I just use my pickup. Air conditioner works in it.
Well, every time you're in your truck, it seems like you always have your window down. So you've got that 60/40 AC, I noticed.
Well, I like to feel the wind blowing through what's left of my hair. No, the air conditioner in Gary the Silver Chevy works, but in the middle of putting bales in the barn this last year, I had to learn how to change the blower motor.
Uh,
And it's completely different than the old style ones. Didn't even have any bolts in this one. You
yeah.
stick it up the hole and turn it a little bit.
I want to replace the blower motor in my little Ford Ranger. Now when it's to the you can hear it squeaking when it's running, and it
I
only runs on high now.
I had come up with a pickup, and Dakota bought it from me. It was a '96 Chevy, and the guy I bought it from had it since it was 2 years old, and it didn't quite have 100,000 miles on it. And the air conditioner, the blower motor, started doing that on it, and I took the thing plumb off, to see if it looked exactly like what I thought, so that
Yeah,
went to buy one, I get the right one. And I got to looking and it had holes drilled in the ends of it so you could shoot a little oil in on the bearings. I put some WD-40 on that thing, spun it around a couple times. I thought, that spins so much better. Stuck it back in there. It's still in there. It's been going 2 years since it quit.
good night, Eric and Tina. Thank y'all. No, no, Avid. Trey is not ignoring the basement. There's no one in the basement. Dale is just trying to egg something on there. Yeah, well, I've tried kicking it, Dale, just to see if I could get it to work on anything. It does not. It only works on high. So these cool days we've had, where I want my heater on, I'll have to have the heater on wide open. So you run it until you start sweating, and then you cut the air back until you
Oh,
get cool, and then you cut it back on wide open.
try running your window down a little bit.
Yeah,
Keep it on
I
high.
guess it could.
It
Yeah,
works better than you'd think because the hot air goes up and out your window.
yeah,
And
yeah, yep.
It
We ain't
actually
had
gets
we hadn't had
cold
it
there.
really.
I'm not going
Where
to
you
tell
have,
you how I learned that.
it actually gets cold there, Trey, where you're at,
Oh, hey,
that
we
you
got
have to have a heater. I thought
yes.
Louisiana was, swampland and
That's further down south. It don't get near as cold. Up
oh,
here,
so,
we get
so
some
you're up
cold.
by the Yankee.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Who was it
That's right.
before who was Heaven's Fire that said they'd like to have a heated steering wheel? Get
Yep.
you
I was Heaven's Fire. I thought it
get
Yeah.
had
you
it.
a sunroof. Your
Yeah.
steering wheel will get hot. Just leave that sunroof open.
Oh my
Did
There's
she
goodness,
all
even get
kinds
her
of ways to fix that.
Amy! I cannot believe you test drove a vehicle had a heated steering wheel too, and you didn't get one. I mean,
I
it's
was kind of
only
wondering if
only the best for my bougie friend.
I was wondering if the steering wheel would get warm enough to keep your food warm. Anita don't like it when her McRib gets cold.
Yeah.
Trey, did you
Let
get to
her over
watch
there.
the video yet that
Have I
Amy
done
did?
what?
Did you watch the video that Amy did when she visited? And she
No,
was stalking or not stalking,
no.
she was sitting in her car videotaping, and I looked and caught her videotaping.
Look, I have not. I haven't got to see anything in the last couple of days. So today I've been out all day today, and tonight we've had uh, people over and back and forth, and so I haven't done anything. I was trying to get because I was going to try to start earlier tonight, and because Mr. Pollard texted me and asked if Dakota and them was doing theirs tonight, because I hadn't heard from Dakota, I hadn't seen anything, and I
Creepy.
was trying to get everything to where I could get on earlier, start earlier. That way, Jennifer might would hang around a little bit longer, you
Oh,
know.
Jennifer,
But
Jennifer, Jennifer has a problem with our. I don't know how to solve Jennifer's problem with our tractor talk.
good night, Avid.
Good night, Evan.
Has trouble falling asleep during our tractor talk.
I stand corrected, Trey. I was wrong. It wasn't stalking, it was creeping.
Creeping, creeping.
Oh,
Mm.
And thank you,
Yep.
Owen and Dale, for that.
Yeah. Sunday. So Sunday at work would have been my last day, and that's when I normally on weekends when I'm working days at work, I catch up on a lot of videos. But this
You were
Sunday,
asleep.
I didn't watch no videos. I took a trailer. I've got a little small foiler trailer that I built when I was like 15 years old, and I've been redoing it and getting it fixed up. So when I go hunting, um, I can just pull it with my little Ranger instead of having to pull my big trailer. If it's just going to be me go hunting. Anyone in the basement probably passed out and fell off the chair during tractor cart talk. That's why you don't see any. Oh, Jennifer.
we
Well, look,
love you,
Jennifer.
Jennifer. You need a hug, don't you? Come near my tractor, and we'll give you a hug.
Doesn't
Jennifer,
your tractor have
you're
an
welcome to
attachment
pop
for
up,
hugs?
Jennifer. And you can come on here and you can talk some bling bling. All I can tell you is the link is in the top of the chat up over there, whatever. And you can come on and you can talk bling bling and tell us all about the seeds you got going right now. I'm eating ice cream,
Oh,
boy.
well, I don't do very much planning with my tractor either, Jennifer. Sorry. I do a lot of harvesting with my tractor. Yeah.
Did Heaven's Fire get her power back on?
I think she'd said like at 10:30 or had been out since 10:30.
Well, it went out last night.
Yeah, or something, or maybe it's back. I can't. That's been way too far back in this chat for me to remember all that now.
Well, maybe she'll come on here and tell us again, or they'll come on here and tell us again.
Yep.
If they got their power on. What's the temperature there? I seen where they said it was cold. What's the temperature there, Heaven's Fire? Got got it? Got enough fire going to keep warm?
Well, she said it's cold in Minnesota. I bet it is cold in Minnesota.
Well, that she had that snow.
Still hadn't seen no pictures of the bougie mobile. The
It's
bougie.
on the video.
Amy needs a white can the way she creeps. A white van.
Yeah, van. That looked like some of my typing right there.
Well, Jennifer, you still ain't in the basement. I mean, we bling bling. I should have took a video of some of them trucks in the parade the other night. Jennifer would have got a kick out of them. They had so many lights on them.
I'm not gonna be on here long. 6 hours later.
Well, that's good that you got your power back, Heaven's Fire. I'm glad.
Yep. 18 feels like 11. That's what I was waiting for. That's cold, y'all.
Yep, that is cold.
When it gets to that kind of cold, I have to do something different about watering my calves because my water in my garage will freeze up. But I've got a fix for that. I just haven't got it, fully employed yet.
That just
Well,
reminds me. I've got to go. I had my water turned off, which they've got plenty of water, but I've got to go turn my water trough back on.
What's it going to be, 70 tonight there?
Oh, it's we're good now. We just had it got down like 20, I think 25 the other
We're
day.
supposed to be down to 31 tonight, but that won't make no ice.
Let's see what ours is supposed to be.
There's what it is at my house right now.
There, okay.
That 41.
I think it's backwards.
Mine's not much different than that.
See, ours right now is 67 right now here.
Huh. You could apparently you could just lay your laptop across your stomach and you wouldn't need a heated steering wheel.
What you got, Paul? Ooh, 39. And he's feeling fine. He's on the couch.
We have been foggy. I mean, we have not had enough moisture to call it even drizzle, but it's really foggy tonight.
Well, we had
Nita was out getting groceries and said it was really foggy. Is it really foggy?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. You heard it. You heard it straight from the beast there. Say it again, Nate.
Yeah.
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 That's about all you're gonna get out of her. You'll get the answer, and that's it. Don't have.
Well, that's what you always say, Jennifer.
That's the trouble with having natural gas instead of just a wood heater in your house. Is you've still got to have electric to make it work on most of them.
And then I think she also had an electric fireplace. Heaven's Fire did.
Don't get me wrong. I know when I lose power, if we have power that's off for 12, 15 hours, we're going to have to go hook up a generator of some kind or something. So,
well, I've got a buddy heater. I've got other heaters and, and all that stuff. And then I've got a generator as well.
Yep. It'll be the water that we wind up having to have. Right now I have 40 calves here that we're watering out of a hose.
Yeah.
So we can't go 2 full days without having running water. Yep. You go into emergency mode when the well quits.
Yeah.
And the tote gets put on the back of the truck, and I go to the kids' or mom and dad's to borrow some water. Whatever it takes.
I'm still waiting for Jennifer for a video from her from out there chopping all this wood. That because every 4 hours or 3 hours, whatever, she's always going out there and having to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Serena, I went out when I came in tonight. I noticed that there was several. I don't know which ones they are. Several of those planets are really bright tonight. Could see them through the fog.
Oh, I do, Mickey, I do.
Same. That's why I have 4 hay balers.
Dog.
Well, if you're gonna sit down and bale 800 or 1,000 round balers, or round bales, you you might want parts for the one that's still working. So,
That's right. That's right. If you keep, especially if you keep the same balers, you can always rob parts.
same since 1980. And mine don't know nothing about a computer, so that's kind of handy.
Well, I don't know that that's a bad thing sometimes.
When I go to the field, it kind of looks like we're farming like it's 1985.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Hmm.
I got nothing. Yeah,
She's getting better stories in than I am. Hey, I've been cattle rustling today. I can't come up with another better story than that. It's not every day you have to go drive a cow off of the highway and flag down traffic. Not where I live.
take my dolly out, lift up the plastic tarp, load the dolly, bring it to the door, and carry it all in. Yeah.
Wow, I should do. I've got it pretty easy, but I should do a little video on my firewood process for myself. It's totally different than what I do for everybody else. And if I have to carry any of my firewood that I use in the house more than about 6 steps, I've done something wrong.
Hi, gum. You got the setup there.
Yep, I got it figured out. And I'm able to pretty much keep it in the dry.
I would go crazy if I had to run a heater, feed a heater for 6 to 8 months. Is it really stay that cold there, Jennifer, for that length of time? Wow.
Jen A.
Dale said he used to have a customer that would bail 7,000 plus a year.
There,
Wow.
and I don't know if you guys are familiar with my little area, but one of the reasons that there wasn't a
Hey,
lot
Troy.
more people selling their cattle through the drought years that we've had the last 2 or 3 years in my locality is because
Oh,
we bale a lot of hay around
look
here.
at that. There's Crystal.
Hi, Crystal, and who else was it? Oh, Troy. I'm sorry.
Jen A, and Troy.
Well, I got Jen
Oh.
A.
Looky there, there's Jenny.
Go ahead, Paul. I know you're going to
Jenny
say it.
and me's always together, just like peas and carrots.
I knew it.
Always together.
Crystal, they was wanting to know if you got your money up together yet to save George. Which Jennifer said, I got like 50 years worth of trees for firewood, but can't find anyone to cut them down.
Yeah, that's because that's real work.
That's,
Is there anybody that does that anymore?
We always use dynamite.
Not many. Not many.
That's I got arms like this from doing real work. And if I'm not careful, I mean they go from fabulous to flab in about a week, maybe.
Fabulous to flab, huh?
Fabulous to flabulous.
Ooh, Jennifer says it's 17 right now.
Yeah, it's not that way here, but yeah.
I need to go up to Heaven's Fire and learn how to drive on that snow. And because she was driving home the other day on her video, and I'm like, holy crud, she's going fast.
I couldn't imagine having snow until April, sometimes May. That is wild.
There's some of that kind of stuff about driving on slick pavement that doesn't make any sense to me. And I used to cut, and Scott still cuts a lot of lumber for a local business that
Yeah.
has an online store selling truck parts nationwide. And so they do a lot of shipping, and that's what they buy our lumber for. And they they called me and told me there's out of lumber the day after I took them a load, and I only signed up to supply them one load a week. And I had some more sitting here, but it wasn't a full load, and it had been misting, and it was just below freezing, and so that was hitting the road and just freezing solid. And it
Yeah.
didn't look like it was slick, but man, them surface roads was slicker than greased owl doo doo. So when I told him I wouldn't deliver, the guy says, "Well, can I come get some?" And this is a hired man working for this company. And I said, "I guess you can. I'm going to be here working on making
Thanks,
more."
Dad.
He shows up, and he's in a 3/4 ton pickup pulling a bumper pull trailer that's got the deck all above the wheels. And we load a couple of bundles of that lumber on him, and he ties them down and he leaves. And he calls me. I mean, I carried some logs in the building and came back out, and he's calling me. And he said, "Can you come over here and help me? I've had a little trouble." And I said, "Where you at?" And he said, "I'm just about half a mile or less from your place." He didn't get that far. It was a little over a quarter mile over from the state line. And I had 2 bales of hay on my truck and a box full of feed. And he had gotten his truck and trailer completely crossways in the road. I have no idea how he done it, but he was completely crossways, and it had been folded up so much that it had buckled the bumper and the back end of the bed on one side up under itself because he bent it too short. And I I couldn't I couldn't get my truck to move him very much. I finally got him straightened out, but I hooked onto him with the tow hooks on the front of that truck and put it in full wheel drive. And even with all that weight on there, I just spin the tires. I had to get off the edge of the pavement before I could pull on him enough to move him. And he had knocked one of his uh, tires off the wheel.
Hmm.
And yeah, he slid.
Yeah.
So he goes down the corner, turns around, drives it back to my place, which is like driving about 2 miles on a flat tire. And he says, "Can you help me get that tire and wheel off of there and unload this, and I'll take that up and get it fixed and come back?" And I'm like, "Okay." So I went and got my impact wrench and took the wheel off, and I set the lumber back off and put it in the barn. And he's gone about an hour maybe. He comes back and he says, "I think I can make it now." I said, "I'm going to load that lumber the last time." And I figured it up. That dude spent half of his 8 hour shift coming to get half a truckload of lumber.
Wow.
And I'm like, I was thinking, I don't know how they can pay you to do this. And they're a little cheap on that kind of stuff. And what they would do when they was running short on lumber was they would cut up pallets that stuff got shipped in there on to make pallets to ship stuff out. And he didn't want to be cutting up old pallets to build new ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, do you see where you can and I don't know how I meant to look this up, how to
No,
co-stream?
I was looking for that when I came on here and I don't see it.
There is a way. I looked it up the other day, but I didn't get into it. Something come up. So I got to look that up and figure out how to do the co-stream. That way y'all
Okay.
can get you.
I just figured it out for you. It's on the bottom of the center of the screen. It has a picture of a computer with an arrow pointing up.
Yeah.
And if you click on that, it comes up with choose what to share with Studio Restream. I think that's going to be how you do it.
Okay. See, mine's I don't have nothing because I am the stream, so I
Yeah.
can't see.
Yeah.
I can from me doing that, all I can do, I could just pick something right now and share it. Like I could do that right there and share, but it shares the whole screen when I do that. And now I got to figure out how to get it. Now I got to figure out how to get it off of the screen.
You know that's the wrong license plate. You need one that says OU, Trey.
Well, it's not for me. That's
Oh,
not for me. That was just something I had pulled up, so that's where I could share. So,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's it. I don't know.
Good night, Amy.
it may be. That's what I'm saying. We have to, need to try to need to figure it out. If I have to, I'll try to watch some videos on it. So I know because I know you can. That's one of the things they had said that you could do it. No, that is how you share your screen. Yeah, I knew that's how you shared. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, Mama's in the Cincinnati game. She's watching it. Burrow just scored again with 1 minute left, 27-20.
Don't
And
want you to miss out on any of that.
hopefully the Cowgirls lose.
Oh. Oh. Well, Amy will be listening. Um, yeah, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to. I will look that up, and we will. I will know.
The word's co-stream, so that I never did see that come up anywhere.
No,
One of these days, you're going to have to tell me what this private chat is down at the bottom.
Well, that was if you was if we was trying to talk to each other
like this.
Well, see, but where do you type in the person's name?
It's just between me and you and him.
Yeah, it's just between whoever was in the chat. If you
So you arrow click on the little arrow up, and then type your message at the bottom of that, and then click on the reply and
where did he go?
excommunicate us all together. What did you do, Chris?
In
You
the,
left.
hang on.
Hang on. I don't know what happened there.
It put your message up there just like you wanted it. Okay.
I don't know.
But you left just like Anita did. She gone.
She gone. Yep, she gone.
Oh.
Mama, Mama, like we just sacked the quarterback for Dallas in only 31 seconds.
I've heard about that stuff.
I don't know. I'm like to Dale, why don't you jump on, Dale, if you got it, and see if you can figure out from that end
Now,
how to co-stream if Dale's still on here.
Serena's question there, I have heard that asked different ways before. It says, what has ears but can't hear?" And the overwhelming answer was teenagers.
Mm. Yeah.
Yep.
See that? Yes.
Oh, come on. Crystal's saying Chris didn't even tell us the story before he left.
Oh, he's here. It was an accident.
He has not agreed to Paul Casey, has he? And I think that was Dale's way of saying, you don't pay enough for me to be your consultant.
Heaven's fire, what do you feel like you're missing here?
Anita, she gone.
Yeah,
the foam finger. That's what it is, probably. Yeah. Oh wait, that's your right hand. I'm sorry.
No, it's my left.
Oh, it's your left?
Yep, it's my left.
Yeah, he's just looking. You would have to make him look. Let's see.
Yeah, there you go.
That's wrong.
No, for us it's right though.
No, oh, that hurts my head. Wow, thank you. Oh man.
So Trey, you're just gonna have to send Bunny to me, and I can foster her.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I do have something to say about your cows, Trey.
What's that?
You can't eat them horns.
Hey, I look. I have no horn cows left. That's all dad's.
Is it your dad that likes
Yeah,
them?
all the if you see a horn cow now, they're dad's, and
My
we've
youngest,
been.
my youngest just thinks the horns is the greatest thing. About 2, 3, 4 years ago, and he went to work for the local cow outfit, where the two other guys that work there that are friends of his make him do the really nasty stuff where you have to be careful about getting in the way, and because he's a little quicker than they are, and
Yeah.
that's kind of understandable, but. He hasn't said anything about liking them horns in the last couple years.
Hey, Kevin, Huber Chat, how are you doing? Yeah, dad, he used to have a pile of horn cows, and they've just over time we've been just it's one of them deals. They love the cows, love the Longhorns, but it's also there's no money with
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
You can go
they're
in
cheaper.
cows. You could have a just say bred cows selling for I don't know right now $2,500, $3,000 say, and you could bring that Longhorn in there. Could be a fine, fat, good looking cow, and could be 8 months bred. And I'm telling you, you might be lucky to get $800 for her.
Yep,
And it's
Well,
yeah,
see,
how
but
are you
the
doing,
only thing of
Janae?
the only thing of a cow that I own was I
Hey,
was at a Christmas party and
hey
I won
Trey.
a
Hey
cowhide.
Paul.
Yeah.
I have
Hey
no idea
Trey.
what I'm going to do with it.
Hey, Janae.
Hey
well,
y'all.
I'll tell
Hey.
you a story, another cow story, and then I've got to vacate because the reason Mama ain't sitting in her chair there is because she went to bed.
Yeah.
I'm about tired of it. I think I slept about 5 hours last night, and then I have just been going all day today.
I take over for you for a few moments, Paul.
I appreciate that. They
You're
need
welcome.
somebody to keep them in line.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
What?
yeah. And that white cow you've got, hmm, really was taken to that hay bale. Like she was loving up on that bale of hay on that video. And all I could think was, Trey, if you would have just inched her right up there between her horn and her ears, she wouldn't have had to do all that heavy beating up on that bale of hay.
Look,
I got
she loves it. I don't know what it is. All those cows right there. The other pastures don't do it. Them Longhorns, they just get plumb excited, especially that one white one. She does that kind of stuff every time,
really,
but I miss it a lot of times with the camera because I'll have it turned the wrong way or something. But that one it just worked out perfect. That one was on, and she come in there and she put a
Oh,
show on.
Bowen came in. Hey Bowen. He wants
Yep.
to know about thoughts on Brahm and not Brangus, but Brahm. Brahmin.
Brian, we call him Bramer around here, not Brahmin.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
So
yeah,
I'll tell you a quick story. I got a call. I was actually on my way home from church one night, and I got a call. I think it was on a Wednesday night from a neighbor of mine. No, it wasn't a call; it was a text, and it said, "You got cows out." And now I've got cattle at 4 different locations within 2 miles, and so I'm like, "Where?" I don't care what they are. I just need to know where. Where do I have cows at? And so I just sent him one back. Where'd you see them? And he wouldn't message me back. And so I come rolling in home here in old Gary the silver Chevy, thinking dummy Paul probably left the gate open because I'd been in the pasture once besides checking cows. So I
Mm.
drive down there and check that gate. No, the gate's shut. And I didn't see no cow tracks. First thing they like to do is poop on the road. I didn't see
oh
none of
yeah,
that. And so I turned around down there and headed back out. And there was a black minivan came in my driveway. And I got out of my truck, stood next to the truck. It's pitch black. And the guy pulls in there and he says, there was a cow out in the road up here, a large female. And I said, okay. And he said it was at the corner up here at the dirt road. I'm like, okay. So I get in my truck and I head up there. And I'll be dadgummed if it ain't the heifer bull standing out there in the middle of the road. And he's a balancer. So he's not big.
Yeah.
But I mean, an idiot could tell he has testicles and he got a hump on his neck. And so I'm like, well, I found one that's out, but I ain't found the one they seen, you know.
You found a bull out. It can't be the right one because it was a bull, huh?
So they said it was a
To
female.
me, that's as bad. That's as bad as people that are like, I got chickens and a rooster.
And a rooster.
They're all chickens.
So,
You have hens and roosters.
so I've got some of those 6-inch LED light bars on the back or on the headache rack of the bed of my truck, and I flip them on, and I go to calling him and banging that chute for my feeder to where he can hear it, and he starts following me, and he followed me up the road and in the gate, and I go in there where he was supposed to be at anyway, and drive around until I can see the rest of the ones that's in there, and everybody's in there. I don't know why he was out on the road. And so I go back out, shut the gate, and go down the road. And I basically checked every other place I had cattle and no signs of anything else out. And I get back home and it hits me, y'all, how much of a dummy I am. When somebody in a minivan tells you that a cow's a female, they're judging she's a female because she don't have horns.
Yep.
Have a great night, you guys.
See you, Mr. Paul.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Paul. Love
You're
to
on
and
here
read it.
talking about. You're on here talking about a breed of cattle that should have went extinct like 100 years ago. Longhorns.
Y'all
Come
welcome.
on now.
Y'all
Come
come
on
on now.
now.
Welcome Dale from 9 Acre Family Farm, y'all. He's on up here with us.
Well,
The only Longhorns I like are the ones that actually have horns and not the football team, because I do that.
horn. I was so glad they lost the other night. My
Mhm.
my daddy, he likes them now. He likes them.
You know what we
Texas
you know what we
Longhorns.
call longhorns in our country at the Barn? They're known as cheap cattle. Because no one wants them.
They are. I mean, the Longhorns are, and Daddy and them, they pretty much got into a lot of it because they like those. I mean, they're pretty and they're it ain't like our Longhorns here aren't no.
It's
poor,
a niche breed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And my plan, Serena, she asked a while ago for Christmas. I'm gonna do a live this next Monday coming up, and then the following Monday I
Mhm.
will not, because I will actually be working nights, and I'm not gonna try to do one at work on nights, and that'll be Christmas week.
Wait,
I gotta
what?
work. I'll be working nights for Christmas.
That's not fair, because I was going to be up all night because you were working nights, and that was going to be my Christmas.
Well,
Oh.
Oh,
Man,
Chris.
man,
I mean, I can do it. It
Dale,
ain't that I can't.
help me out.
So
I mean,
I guess if I do it, you just have to. If I have to go do something, you'll just have to take over and run the show or something while I go do it. If I do that,
You're barking up the wrong tree here. I can tell you that.
oh, come on, Dale. You're supposed to have my back there, brother.
But by the way, Trey,
yes,
no, you have to like add the channel, I think, on your end before you go live. You make
right.
it as the channels that it'll stream to.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Where you select where your live goes.
Yes.
you would have to add that channel to where you're co-streaming. And there is no free version on Restream, Lori.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, can you co-stream? I have a question. Can you co-stream? You can't co-stream from the StreamYard.
Yes, you can if you have a paid
Yeah.
version.
Oh,
Yeah,
only
you
if,
can.
yeah.
Yeah.
Trey has it's not the paid version. It's the Restream.
No, I have Restream paid version is what I have. I have the paid version.
Restream. Now, Restream's different
Yes,
than
Restream.
StreamYard.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, that's what I always wanted was some lean beef. No, I want fat in my beef.
Yeah, it tastes better.
Vicky, I'm just teasing with you, Vicky and Carl. Mama and Daddy, I'm just teasing.
You're gonna have mom all over you.
I know. Now, Crystal on the other end, I ain't backing up, Crystal. I ain't scared of you.
Welcome, Crystal.
How are those ants at the shed?
Those ants suck.
You were doing all this. I was going, what's he doing? And then you said, all these ants. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, do they have fire ants up here?
They were like little black ants. And I mean, you know how ants are. If you stick your arm in ants, they're everywhere. Everywhere. But
Oh, yes.
How did that shed go, Dale? I wanted to tell you about getting some free pallets because the pallets at the big box stores like Home Depot, because I had to do one of those sheds on a rebuild for
Thank you.
For the
Hi, Mickey.
Night, Mickey. For the rebuild for the shed, I had to get the pallets from a big box store. Save those pallets that they brought because I revamped the whole kitchen.
That
helped me.
Stack of pallets.
I had to do a shed like that, and it helps redo the shed.
Yep. Yeah, I got a whole stack of pallets. I do a lot of. Before I started a YouTube channel, I used to do a lot of pallet furniture and builds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in fact, the bed frame I made for Lisa and I is made from pallet wood and everything. It's beautiful.
That's awesome.
You see that, Mr. Trey?
I know. I don't mind doing it. I have no issue at all.
Y'all pray for Troy. Troy's feeling under the weather too.
Yep, I will. We can hook it up anytime. So,
I need to share it for all of you people that like those Bramers and those Longhorns, you know, mainly people in the South. And by the South, I mean deep South. You know,
in Texas, they use Brahmas.
Down where they don't know what good cattle are, you know. At our county fair, you know, you've got all these legitimate, like, cattle, like the best cattle. And this one kid, it was his last year, he told his mom and dad, he's like, I'm going to take a Bramer steer to the show. So they broke out this Bramer steer and and here's this Bramer with all these like land of the fluffy cow, you know, hair primped and perfect cattle. And there's that Bramer standing out in it. And I was going to make a short because on the video, I'm like, you may be cool, but you're not Bramer at a steer show cool. You know, here's that kid out there all decked out with this big old Bramer up there, you know. And as Bramers go, he was a good one. He was real good, but he wasn't nothing compared to the rest of them out there.
Have you ever seen, in Fort Worth, Texas, or Cowtown?
Oh yeah,
where they do it for all the, you know, people that are tourists and they have the cattle drive. Yeah.
I've been to Fort Worth when they drive the cattle right down Main Street to the stockyards.
And then Brahmas they use for they'll use them in the rodeos.
Yeah, I been to the Fort Worth stock show and to the rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Houston stock show, Denver, Oklahoma, American Royal, you name it, Iowa. We've been to stock show. My son used to show pigs all over the place, and then I used to sell show cattle and fit show cattle, so I was traveled all over. But
Ah,
Well, see, I grew up in Cowtown. That's the reason why I knew all of that. And no, I wasn't a tourist.
hey Dale, let me see. Do me a favor.
yo,
Try this right there. That link I just done. See what that does right there. I found something there. See if it allows you to do something.
I'll have to get out and get back in.
Is that what it? But that's what it looks like it does. It allows you. It says, "Hang on, let me go back."
I'll
Well,
drop and come back.
Dale. You'll be missed, Dale.
I'll be back.
I'll count the seconds, Dale.
Well, it says you can to pair channels. So we'll see what that does. I want to get it. I mean, if I'm doing this, I want to get it to where if anybody needs watch hours, that they can get on and be able to get watch hours.
And even if they have just a StreamYard, is that which one you want to click?
No. It's
Restream.
We'll see how it works when Dale comes back in, but it's basically just like StreamYard. You're just co-streaming.
Oh, so
yeah, that's what if this works.
Okay, is that different than the other link on top?
Yes, that's a different link.
Okay,
so you posted it in the chat, Jenny.
Okay, so I can try that one then. Let me try that one.
Well, we're gonna let Dale. Yeah, Dale's gonna see if it works, then we'll know because I don't know how many. Oh, here he comes. Let's see. It's him coming back up now.
Because I don't have the StreamYard one.
Okay,
I don't have.
Says.
What's it called?
Ahead,
no, I don't have Restream. Yeah. So I don't have the Restream yet. I don't have that one. But let Dale try it. I guess you have to have Restream.
I don't know. He's fixing to tell us right here what it did.
Okay.
No, so what it said was sorry, you can't do that after the event has started. So you have to send that to somebody before it starts. They have to join before it starts. In other words, like you're going to have a guest on with you and you're both going to go on at the same time.
So, but it would be basically co-streaming. So I could pick, and I think I had read, and I think you can only do it like with the package that I bought. We can only do it with 1 to 2 channels. I don't think it can be. I'm going to dig more into it and see.
Well, it'll be a while before I can actually do a live or, I'm still trying to figure out how to post videos on YouTube, so I got to either get with Trey or Dale or Amy to teach me how to do that.
Yeah.
To do what? To do a live?
Well, not a live, but just add videos because I'm not up for. I mean, I'll come on a live, but it's just that I don't have. I'm on a laptop or on my phone, one of the two.
Well, if you got a phone, you can post videos all day long. That's all you need.
Chris, do you have the Restream?
No, ma'am.
Oh, then you should be okay as long as you have a certain amount of subscribers. You go to the other stream.
Oh Lord, I don't even know how many subscribers I have.
All you got to do, if you don't have 50 subscribers, then but that only works for mobile. If you're going live from your computer,
yes, sir,
you don't need any subscriber. You can go live immediately.
Really? So I didn't know that. All I've ever heard people say is you got to have 50 people.
But
So I've never dug
even
into
if
it.
any of that doesn't work, join free StreamYard, join free Restream, join free Streamlabs, and go live.
Where in the world? Oh, I've got 31 subscribers.
Now, are you trying to post a video from
Lori!
your computer or your phone, Chris? From your computer or phone?
It'd be the
different ways.
phone
Hold
because
on. What the heck?
All you got to do is just click on. All you got to do is go into your phone. If you download the app and you push the plus button in the middle of the screen and upload a video,
okay.
and go from there.
All
The
right.
only thing. Go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
I am. I don't know. Am I co-streaming or am I just in
No,
your
you're
live?
just
No,
you're
you're
just
just in
part
the
of
line.
the you're just part of the
Yeah.
live.
Oh, that's Lori's up here, y'all.
Hi,
Welcome,
Miss
Lori.
Lori.
Hi, Lori.
From
Yeah.
Prepping for
Hello.
Heaven. Lori from Prepping for Heaven. Welcome.
Yep.
So
I don't know
Heaven's Fire
about that,
says you had to
Heather,
have.
because
Yeah.
I know people that started their channel, went to StreamYard, and started doing lives immediately that day.
Is there an app that you got to download for StreamYard to get the free StreamYard?
No, you just go to a search bar and type in StreamYard, and you have to set up your channel on there. Whatever channel that email address that your YouTube is associated with, you put that in as your login, and boom, it's connected to your channel then, and it goes out on your channel.
Yep. So we'll have to try next week. Well, I'll have to just get somebody that needs hours next week that wants to get on with us, whether it be Mr. Paul.
Yeah, and just invite somebody.
I may try Paul. Let Paul do it next week.
Yeah,
And,
I need some hours.
And then, well, what I'm saying, but I think, and I'll look. I don't want to look at all of it right now while I'm on here, because then I get to read and I really go to missing everything. But I remember it being something about I can't do more than one or two at a time, if I'm not mistaken. So
Now-
I will look into that, and what I can do is, if it's two, I'll just have to get two people and send, I'm assuming, that link out to you. So
Yeah.
when you get ready to come on, you just come on through that link.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and Heather is right. Like, StreamYard's a website, not an app, but there is a StreamYard app. But my experience with the StreamYard app is do not download it. Do not use it.
Hello,
Yeah.
everyone.
Hi,
how
Lori.
are you, Miss Lori? We come in here. We in the middle of a conversation we're trying to figure out here. But
Yeah,
it
I'm
looks
sorry.
like it would work. It just, you could click on it and it will carry you into this.
Yeah.
Now, will it go? I wonder if by them having that link, if when I go live, does it make it go live? Or they won't go live, I guess, until they.
I don't know. I've never done it yet.
Well,
You're
try it
in
next week.
uncharted territory for me.
Yeah. Well, that was part of my reason for wanting to buy and do it, is so I could help other channels the same way like Amy and them helped me, and all. So I will definitely, before next week, we will know. And
Crystal, if you feel under the weather, I'm sorry I gave you a hard time. I was noticing that when I come back in that she said she wasn't.
Oh, look, he's trying to be nice now, Crystal, because you shared his link.
What? I didn't
Feel
even know
better,
she shared my
Crystal.
link.
She just
Oh,
did.
she did. Cool.
One of these days, Dale, I got to get over to visit with you and Miss Nana.
We are in the middle of nowhere.
That's all right. I've got a cousin that lives over there close to Miami.
Oklahoma?
And, yes, sir.
Yeah, you're straight south. Miami's straight south of us.
So I figured I could do a twofer. Go visit him, then swing back down to see y'all and come back that way. Unless my truck is saying that I need to go pick up Bunny.
Bunny.
That's Trey's cow.
Well, hey, just come on down, Chris. I'll let you. You can come visit and you can spend time with Bunny.
Hey, I think you got something figured out with this timeshare deal. He can just timeshare Bunny.
That's a good idea.
Oh, come on, Miss Lori. You're not going to help be on my side.
Hey, did you see what I put in the chat there earlier, Trey?
Which one?
Dad was at the sale barn Saturday, and he said 5 weight cattle were bringing over $3.50 a pound.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I'm telling you, it is here, man. It is. They're crazy. It's crazy. Amy's phone has been
Chris is here.
I just
by Chris.
Hi,
Chris hacked Amy's phone.
come on up.
Hey,
Bill, just say
What's up,
LSU is awesome, and I'll be fine.
No, I'm
It's
not
all-
doing that. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to suffer.
That's what we need. We need 2 Chris's on here at the same time.
yeah.
The CRIS and the CHRIS, huh?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I was born in the 60s. I don't have an H.
They hadn't figured out that H goes
You got the
in
H
that
out
in the
of you?
60s, huh? Well, that looks funny coming from that. Sup, Evelyn?
Yeah, no kidding. That's how you know.
Crystal says anyway he can bring George with him. Form Amy to get Bunny.
From Amy. In other words, swing by
from Amy.
Chris and Amy's and
Who's
pick George
George?
up and bring him
Oh,
to Crystal while
George
he
the
comes
pig.
visit
She's trying to
Bunny.
rescue George the pig from the Green Mile.
I knew you were talking. Beep.
You know what? The border is cut off, so all the shippers are having to buy out of stockyards in the U.S. to fulfill contracts before the end of the year, considering most of the sale barns are closing in 2 weeks. Daggone. That be, I might need to sell right now, Dim. I was trying to hold some until
Don't you sell Bunny.
in
Sell her.
I know judges that way.
if you want to save her, we're gonna set up a timeshare deal for Bunny. You know, we'll set up for. I mean, I don't know what it costs to feed Bunny. I mean, it takes more than 2 cents a day to feed Bunny, like these commercials.
Crystal says just go ahead and bring me George too. LOL, they are a pair.
I can see my dog going, what the heck have we got in the back of the truck? George?
You ain't seen. So obviously, Crystal hasn't seen the domestic terrorist at my house.
Probably not.
Domestic tariffs. Now you've got my curiosity.
You do a little investigation on my channel, and you'll see the domestic terrorist.
I mean, I've seen that you have ants. You've got an ant farm.
Oh, yeah.
No, my domestic terrorists, they are amazing. They turn into yummy, delicious bacon.
Oh.
Piggies.
Well, I knew you had pigs, but I don't know their names. Because, like, Amy has got Diesel, and he's I call him Hollywood.
Well, look, there you go, Chris. Right there. There's your answer. Average cost to feed cows through the years, $4.75 to $5. We can break that down in weekly payments or monthly payments.
Well, we'd have to do monthly because here's the thing. You know, Social Security only pays once a month.
Well, we can break it down into monthly payments.
Is that to feed them per year?
When do you want your visiting hours to be?
Well, clutch fire, I'm okay with that Mexico can no longer ship any cattle in here. I don't think they should be able to ship a single hoof into this country
Yeah.
because they don't have to be under the same regulations that Trey and I and every other beef producer has to be under.
Yeah.
They can feed any kind of nasty, disgusting thing they want to feed. They don't have to take care of nothing.
And I did see that, what he's saying. I seen that on the news, and it hadn't even dawned on me. But that does make sense, what he said there.
And we sold, we have had such a sell down ever since 2020 on everything that there's just no supply left out there.
And Trey, you're going to have to send me on the paperwork, Bunny Williams, her social security number.
Well, look, and every month on top of the videos we do of Bunny, I will send you an updated picture in the mail or by email.
Oh my gosh, it's like an Ethiopian child. You can sponsor her.
You can sponsor a child.
Anyway, I was gonna claim her on my taxes. As I adopted her.
Now, I gotta claim Bunny on my taxes.
Leonard Mountain Homestead says pigs are magical. They turn into bacon. Veggies into bacon.
Yep, that is exactly right.
Chris, you could
Yes,
you could probably claim her as a tax deduction for charitable
there you go. Yeah.
Foundation.
Yeah, there you
charity
go.
known as Our Louisiana Life Ranch.
Or Crunch. What's the difference between a ranch and a crunch? Do you remember what Johnny says, Dale?
A ranch and a farm? A farm.
Well, that's what Leonard. Yeah.
A farm has row crop plus can have cattle. A ranch is a very large piece of ground that only has cattle or
horses.
Yeah. They don't do any row crop whatsoever.
Y'all, I bet. Yeah, I mean, of course they're going to do that out of Mexico. Yeah, they'll take whatever. Save money. Yep.
So, do you have Venmo, Trey?
Well, I think I was my PayPal and Cash App what I got. But now, if it's for Bunny, I mean, I guess I could get Venmo.
Meals on Wheels for cows for the tax services.
Yeah, Meals on Wheels for cows. There you go.
I'm just gonna have one pig and love him.
It'd be like, I'm gonna have to get her. I'd have to get her one of those, like, you seen them doggy, soft cushion doggy beds. Well, I'd have to get her a big one so that she could lay down and I could go up and cuddle and love on her, and
Am I gonna have to build Bunny her own shed that she can go in and stay?
She doesn't have one already?
Yeah.
Trey, what are you doing? You need to go get that done now. If you need to learn how to build stuff, watch Dale's video.
Yeah, that's right.
There's going to be another part coming up to that already. That's why
I'm waiting.
That's why it ended so abruptly.
Yeah.
And I was going to tell Paul before he palled us. I'm appalled that Paul palled us. But anyway,
it's always palling.
I was going to tell him, to keep watching my videos. He may or may not see that oak start, appearing that he gifted us.
That's right. We'll do some FaceTimes. You'll even be allowed one FaceTime meeting a week with one a week. I mean, not counting your shorts and your picture. I mean, come on. I mean, God.
How about these
Well,
people that are paying?
You're behind already, Trey. Because I didn't get a picture today. It was a white cow jumping with horns.
How about the?
What's
Oh, it must be a bull because it had horns.
the cow jumped over the moon? That's it.
Chris,
Oh,
I've got a king size
well,
mattress. I could gladly let her have.
Heather says the free shed is her favorite. No kidding.
Basement
Hey, Bowen.
smell. I don't know why my phone. I mean, my
Bocephus. Welcome, Bocephus, aka Bowen Thunderstick Ministries, y'all.
What's she? Uber bringing cow food to the. Yeah, yeah. That might get expensive. Our Uber doing that.
That's all right. I'm a member of Uber One.
Hey, diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumps over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such a sport, and the dish ran away
That's
with the
right.
spoon.
But
I wondered when somebody was going to say, "Where's the beef?"
yeah, where's the beef? How are you doing, Bowen? You just come on. Ain't none of us even said nothing to you.
I know, right?
I
Yeah.
did. Y'all hear me? It's Bocephus.
Yeah,
Have
well,
we had
that ain't what it
any
says right
tune
now.
lately?
You know what? I got that other leg. I need to put it on the grill. So there might be a pop up tomorrow. Cause it's raining. I ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
I'm starving. Starving.
I
So
think you
Come
yeah.
need
by.
to get that in a crock pot. Put that in a crock pot and slow cook that thing.
He's too busy having ice cream.
Yeah. True that.
He
True
is.
that.
He said, "True that."
I do love my ice cream sandwiches. You know,
Time
they
out.
do
Time out.
put.
Time out. What does that say?
What?
You keep taking it away. What does it say down there at the bottom of his homeless brown
Homeless
kid?
brown kid.
Bowen, you cannot do that.
I'm Bocephus.
And I was
Oh,
wondering.
I haven't even noticed it. I'm just sitting over here looking back and forth. Oh my God.
I was.
Notice either.
I was wondering how long
Uber
is this
driven by.
gonna take for them
Oh,
to
I always
notice?
got to look between you
It
and
doesn't
Trey
show up when
and
there's a
Paul.
comment on the screen.
Uh-huh. You gonna be barbecuing.
We me and Paul's one got pretty bad with each other. Hey, look, he texted me the other night, Dale. He said,
Yeah.
I told you I had my Christmas party, so I didn't get to come
Yeah, I
play
knew you
Kahoot.
wasn't going to be there because you had the
Yeah,
Christmas.
he texted me and said, "You did pretty good tonight."
Uh
Listen, I'm fixing to be homeless if these chickens don't lay no eggs.
Oh,
Y'all,
no.
y'all, y'all seem to need to God share me or something. I don't even know. But yeah, they ain't laying no eggs.
The coon done scared him.
They're old.
Yeah.
They're decrepit. There's that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bowen, there
You're
might
going to.
be a video coming with some stuff to help your chickens with the laying and all that stuff. It's going maybe coming here in the next week or so.
Oh.
Yeah.
You might need to check it out.
Well, I put out a video that would help your chickens lay too.
Well, y'all putting lights in there? I
Mm.
didn't put in
No,
lights.
Lights will help, but bump that protein up. It'll help too.
They're on 22%.
Woo! They ought to be laying.
They old. I said they old. They old.
They old. Sounds like to me they need to go in a
They
crock
all
pot then.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Working on it.
We
Doing
had
chickens.
chicken and rice the other day. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't film it because I didn't realize it was one of the hens. It just didn't dawn on me. Yeah, we ate one the other day. It was fine.
Well,
Yeah.
Tim, but Chris has been on me. He thinks I need to get Bunny your own channel and get Bunny your own T-shirt made and everything else.
TikTok.
Bunny, Bunny
Oh,
hadn't
I
got
got an
anything.
idea.
Oh,
Bunny
no.
needs a boyfriend named Danny.
Oh my god.
Karma's
Wow.
Yes.
Well, Trey, you know what I'm going to do with that first picture that you send me of Bunny?
Yeah.
I'm going to take it and I'm going to send it to somebody that can take that picture and then imprint it on a king size comforter so that she'll be there nice and comfortable on my king size bed.
Jeez, sweet.
In her custom built shed, huh, or barn.
In the arms of an angel.
They got the chickens too fat. He said.
She needs a bunny cam.
A bunny. Hey,
See
yeah,
what-
there you go. I like that.
Did you see what Bowen said
Yeah.
earlier? He said he's going to get a bunny named
Yeah, he
Cow.
gonna get a
Cow.
bunny named Cow.
Yeah.
And I told him as long as he doesn't call it Brenda.
Put it
Oh
on.
my gosh.
yeah. Where is Brenda's tail?
Brenda,
up
the
there,
gender
right?
confused cat.
No
Yeah.
idea where Brenda is.
Only in Louisiana will you have a gender confused cat.
Oh,
I missed.
but they
I
didn't know
missed
it
this.
was. Trey didn't know it was a boy or a girl before
How
he
do you
named
not
it
know?
Brenda.
How do you not know?
He
I
just
know
didn't
you
know.
Collaboration with Danny.
I know you
Bowen,
look.
There you
Bowen,
go, Tim.
they named the cat Brenda because they thought it was a girl. And then when it grew up, they found out, oh, Brenda's a boy.
Yeah.
But they didn't change his name. He's still
Did
called
y'all
Brenda.
not
He's like
like?
the boy called Sue.
Oh god.
Yeah, exactly.
Did y'all not look?
Oh, God.
Did y'all not look? Like, hey,
Yeah,
maybe I need to check.
my daughter and them was looking, and they
Yeah, we
thought
see.
they knew what they was looking at, but they didn't.
Okay, time out.
What?
Is this Mallory named the cat?
Yeah, this is Mallory. Yeah,
Okay.
Mallory.
but you know,
Never mind. If
kittens are
Mallory can do
hard.
no wrong in Dale's eyes, so Mallory's good.
Yeah, well,
I kept waiting. I kept waiting for this girl. I'm like, just do it. Just dump that bucket clear over. And I want to watch Dad try to hold on with one hand up there in the air on that loader.
Good night, Peter.
Hey,
Hi,
Peter.
Peter.
Good night, Peter.
Trey, I was looking on your channel
Yeah,
and for Amazon affiliate link on your channel.
yeah.
I didn't see a place to where I could order a bunny cam GoPro.
I might have to get me a camera. I got Wi-Fi. I can get Wi-Fi that far and set you up a bunny cam just so you can check in with her anytime you'd like.
Do a 24-hour bunny cam.
Yep.
I mean, you know that's how Dyer's got like tons of watch hours and tons of subscribers is they did a 24-hour incubating. You know, they were incubating a chick
Yep.
cam.
Yeah, I was watching them grow up, and Scotty was in there. Scotty came in there a lot, and we watched the
You know,
chicken, the baby little eggs hatch into chickens.
ah,
And actually, Steven has 24-hour animal camera. It's right now. It's not at the animals. It's inside tonight, but he'll get it up and running again.
yeah, I
He has
seen him
24
like
hours.
I seen his 24 hour the other day.
Crystal, we're stopping the whole show. Crystal, let me tell you something. If there is another cat brought in this house, there's going to be decisions to be made here. going to be a matter of whether Daddy stays here and keeps paying the bills, or if there's going to be a cat here.
Oh, I thought maybe you were going to decide on sesame
No,
or peanut
no,
or
no,
lo mein cat.
no more cats.
No more cats, he
So
said.
what you're saying is that when I come down to Louisiana to pick up Bunny, I'm bringing a cat back with me.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes, I will
Exactly.
be back with some cats.
And I'm going to drop it off at Dale's because he needs another cat.
And
Yeah, there
Crystal
you
said
go.
she'll bring two.
I mean, you can drop the cat off, but the cat ain't living in my house. The cat's gonna live out there in the barn, and it's gonna have to fend for itself with all the coyotes, bobcats, and you name it.
Oh,
I only have
I
barn
heard.
cats here. And if it
I tell
decides
you
to
what,
get up there and defecate or urinate on my vehicle, it's now entered the green mile because I have been known to target practice with them.
they won't be at Trey's. No, they won't be at Trey's. If they at Trey's, they're gonna be out in the yard having to fight the GSPs. And I promise you, I know who will win that battle.
Oh.
Well, let me tell you. Speaking of outside, tonight I was outside. It was just got dark, and man, the flying squirrels was cutting up in the yard
You got
tonight.
flying squirrels down there?
In my yard, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
where I
My
grew up in
grandma.
Missouri.
And there's not that many around. You don't hear them. It's just something right here. And
Do you
man, you
eat
get a
them?
bright light and shine it up in the tree, and they all over, jumping from tree to tree.
Wow.
They're
My
cute.
neighbor
Never
has
saw
a
a flying
cat
squirrel.
that thinks it's a dog. Boy, that's interesting.
that's like I've seen people that have got little piglets or whatever, the smaller pigs. They put a harness on and they got a leash and they're walking it.
And walking
You used to have
around.
you used to have a mini pig at our house.
My
You know that.
neighbor.
Well, look, Chris,
Asked
you can.
me.
We'll even add that in when you come.
Mhm.
I mean, we can add a few bucks here and there. We'll put a leash on Bunny, and you can take her for a walk.
Oh no, I'm just going to go up and give her a hug and cuddle and all that and tell her that she's
All right.
loved and
So here's my
That's
plan.
sweet.
Here's my plan.
Mhm.
Uh-oh, Bowen's got a story.
Well, maybe. Here, I'm gonna get a fluffy cow. I'm gonna charge $200 an hour to come sit and cuddle on that fluffy cow.
A fluffy
So,
cow.
Fluffy
and
cow.
Yo,
it'll have to soak up certain people.
Yep.
Only problem with that is they're not Bunny. I mean, they won't come and nudge you if you don't bring them feed, or if you don't bring their feed fast enough.
Dale, can
Yep,
you show him
Bunny
what
does.
a fluffy cow looks like? You have that picture? He sure does.
Yeah, yeah. I don't understand that neither. Clutch there. That's
Oh,
it's a lot
God.
of that. What is that? They was thinking they wanted to put some litter boxes in the schools for
Litter
these
box.
kids. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
you got
read
to be
that.
kidding me.
That's
I
Yeah.
hope
just
that's not.
ridiculous.
That's sad. I
Yeah.
identify as a rich person. Money.
Mhm.
I'd like to identify as a rich person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I identify as a child of
Doesn't
God.
help my bank account.
Yeah, Karma. We have my GSP. Actually, I say my GSP. My male GSP. He catches squirrels. He will catch the squirrels. He has figured out how to catch them in the yard.
Yeah. Because he doesn't have any quail or pheasant.
Hang on.
Identify. Yeah.
Look at
hey,
that.
that's not Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
There it is.
It takes some work to get Bunny fluffy like that.
Fluffy cow.
have a cooler and the whole thing. I
He
looked at
showed
Yeah,
y'all.
you'll have to.
He
That
showed y'all
steer
last
probably
time.
lived his whole life in an air conditioned freezer cooler room, and them primping and blowing his hair and giving him baths and putting conditioner on his hair every
like
day.
Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
Amy.
That calf is more bougie than Amy. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Crystal has never seen Bunny. Crystal needs to come visit Bunny.
What?
Yeah,
That's not
Crystal never
fair.
seen Bunny. She hadn't been over here to see Bunny.
That wasn't in the contract.
Chris that has
Those cows,
parental
those steers like
right.
that, them show steers like that, they're just soft and fluffy like a big
Yeah, I
fluffy
want
pillow.
one. I want to hug on it and love it. I love George.
Yeah, I'll love him and hug him and name him George.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Oh, that's what Crystal said a while ago. She's gonna pet him and rub him and call him George. Yeah, I bet you don't with them
And
12 feral
squeeze
cats,
him.
Norma.
Calf is too short for a feed yard. They're not supposed to look like the feed yard.
Well, I've got one right now. He's on feed. He is locked up in a probably about a well right now about a quarter acre, and he's got a creep feeder getting all the feed he can handle. So I'm doing a little test here.
So you're taking feed from Bunny and feeding him, huh?
No,
I see
no,
how it
no.
is.
Bunny's not missing no feed. So not missing any feed.
I feel
And
Chris
you're
is
gonna have to
gonna
spend.
need verification on that claim
Yeah, they're too
of
short.
Bunny is feed. But I don't think he believes you.
Yeah.
Hashtag Bunny needs more feed.
Hashtag barbecue.
That's right.
Oh,
Barbecue.
Hashtag roadkill. Like
They're show
yep.
steers for a reason.
anyway,
They're too short.
Yeah, Bunny does. I'm telling you. I got tickled. I wish I'd had it on camera. And actually I do have possible with Bunny. The other
Mm-hmm.
day when we preg checked, Jessica was standing beside Bunny and I believe she was feeding them or she was getting ready to, I don't, and Bunny knocked the far out of her, frogged her right in the leg. I guess she was standing there, wasn't doing nothing fast enough for her.
It's
But
because
Bunny
she
better be
misses me.
So Bunny's days, if she starts picking on Jess,
yeah,
could be numbered.
yeah.
Bunny could
That's
be known.
what I'm talking about.
Bunny could be known as the 1 pound packages in the freezer from this point
Oh no
forward.
no.
yep.
I will get a restraining order.
No restraining order.
Trey, you know what I used to work in,
No, not.
and I know
Here we
people.
go again.
Here we go.
I
You're
know
probably
people.
one of them that's in support of. Have you guys seen that where the cop in California pulls over the two and they're like the ones
Bonnie and
I
Clyde.
identify as a cat? That's the
Mhm.
funniest thing ever.
Yes.
It's like, well, cats can't
That thing was
drive, so I'm gonna have to
hilarious.
use this vehicle, and then we're gonna take you to the pound where you will be neutered or spayed, whichever one you think, so that your owner over there can pick you up. I'm like,
So he can pay
give
after
that
he
guy
pays
a
the fine.
raise. That cop is awesome.
Yep. That was
Clutch
that was
Fire
one of
had
the
just been
funniest
giving me
things
an
I've seen
idea
in a
now.
long time.
I was
Yeah.
trying to find
Good
a
idea.
picture for you guys to see of.
I'm still waiting for my picture there, Trey.
I don't have one today. Nothing
What?
right now.
You're slacking.
Well, I did. Well, look. We haven't signed a contract on this deal. We hadn't got it in the
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I
mail.
signed
thought it
a
was a verbal
contract yet.
contract already.
We just started this deal. We just come up with this tonight. I mean, you
I
know.
mean, I thought it was an all verbal deal going on for
Oh,
right
oh
now.
well, yeah. Well, the kit's fixed. The kit is fixed now.
No, they're talking about that cat that was driving the car.
Oh, the driving the car. I'm so good. Yes. So that's what happens. I go looking for something for Chris, and then I get preoccupied.
Oh, so it's my fault, huh?
It's your fault. It is your fault.
I mean,
Or at least
we're
I'm gonna
not
blame you
saying,
anyway.
but we're kind of saying.
That's all right, Dale. The next cahoots is going to be, all about Bunny.
Yeah,
So there's one of my kiddos
Bunny
showing a
Cahoot.
pig.
Do what? Oh, hang on. Let me bigify you.
Yeah, bigify.
Oh, look at that fine specimen. Who's
Now
that?
hold on, I got another one here.
Who
Right.
dat? Who dat?
This is another one of our champion pigs.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
This is another one. Oh, that one's harder to see.
Yeah, and everything's white. It's hard
Yeah.
to see that one.
I bet he tastes good.
Who dat? Who dat?
I'll find you more.
Yeah.
Pretty pigs.
Well, Karma, I might could hook you up the same as Chris for whatever we work this out to be.
That's him. That's him breaking them how to walk.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that?
That
That's
rooster?
It's
Lots
beautiful.
of trust and just a whip, just a straight whip.
It's beautiful, Dale. Wow.
This is one of our cows saying hi when I fed out 6 head of steers.
Aw.
yeah. That looked like Bunny. That's the way Bunny was.
These were worse than Bunny. They
That was
weighed
worse
like 1,600 pounds, and
than-
every one of them had been a bottle calf. They were a pain in the keister.
Yeah.
We used to raise these when we first got on YouTube.
Oh boy, you
Oh,
talking about black?
Pretty
That's
chickens.
the whole everything is black.
Yeah, that's an AM Samani. That's what they are. They're all black. They're
Black.
called
The
a
meat
buff.
is black too.
I didn't
Everything.
know they have AM Samani and cow.
No, that was a chicken.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I just saw a cow. Okay, that was the other screen. Okay.
You're
Yes.
I think you're on YouTube.
Yes.
know.
Now I'm looking back at your stream. Yes, that's beautiful. I know. Yep. They have black bones. Everything.
I want one.
You want
Mhm,
one?
They're
AM
beautiful.
Samani?
Yeah.
I used to have people that would drive hundreds of miles to buy a chick from me.
Really?
$25 for a day old chick.
I ain't doing all
Karma
that.
says she has a cow named Snickers that I showed. Oh, that's nice. And what color was she? Brown? I love natural brown colors, like that beautiful brown that looks almost copper. That's gorgeous. That's one of my favorite colors.
Look at you just leaving this on me, man.
Yeah, I got you.
Bigify.
It's because we wanted to see Hank.
Well, I was trying to find the picture, see, but all my pictures I have to delete so much. So after I get my thumbnails and stuff done, I don't
deleted
have
pictures
pictures
of
that hang
Bunny?
around very long.
See, I have.
I can't believe you deleted pictures of Bunny.
I can't
With-
help it.
How much
But don't worry,
gigabytes?
Chris. I'm gonna hook you up.
I mean, you've got my phone number, you got my text, you got my email. I mean, and now we're going to have to set up a Venmo account.
That's right. That's right. Let's set up Venmo.
Dale, Crystal says it's really
Support
pretty.
Bunny.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
We're gonna call
Well,
it the
thank
Bunny
you.
Fun.
I'm trying to find.
She
I got a
was a
really
whole
good picture of Braden.
I thought he was going to take a picture of Bunny.
Professionally
I'm fixing to go take a picture in just a few minutes because I do have to go cut the water on back there.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, time out. You're going to do what with the water?
I've got to go cut it on.
What's cut it on mean?
Well, it's kind of.
I've got the valve turned
You mean you're going to
off.
have to turn it on?
Turn it on,
Turn it
right?
on.
You turn
Okay.
things off and you cut. You turn things on and you cut them off, right?
I said I'm gonna turn it on.
You said you're going to cut it on.
Yeah.
Cut it on. Well, cut it on. Turn it on. Whatever.
Let me guess. You call shopping carts buggies too.
Uh-huh.
Yep, it's a buggy. That's what it is.
A buggy's what goes behind a horse. Y'all know that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But the question is, does he wash or does he wash?
Wash.
There's no R in wash.
Well,
or does he? Do you eat cheeseburgers or cheese boogers?
Burgers. Cheeseburgers.
Or do you call it pecan or pecan pie? It's
Pecan pie.
It's pecan. A pecan pie.
That's my guy right there.
Pecan. Pecan.
Yeah, I could get in
I
some
don't care what you do in your
thermal
can. I don't pee in my can. Yeah, thermal images of Bunny with the crosshair right over her forehead.
No,
that sounds like a good idea.
No. Ain't a good idea.
You're picking a pea pot, not a pecan.
That's a good idea, Dale. I am fully charged too. It's ready to go.
We're going on cahoots, rootin' tootin' time right now.
Golly. Well.
It's all right. I'm going to have to do a Facebook once I get all these pictures of Bunny, and I'm going to do a Bunny fan club on Facebook.
Oh,
so I can have documentation in case you missed a photo time for
Yeah. Yep. In case I missed sending a picture or something or a video. Yeah. We can turn those off.
I love those old fashioned wagon wheels made of wood. I like the iron ones too. They're really pretty.
Yes, they are.
Oh, goodness gracious. This is coming from people that call Missouri. Gracious.
Gracious me.
Well, that's like a lot of the Cajuns call it Louisiana.
Louisiana?
Louisiana?
Never heard that one.
Never heard of that one.
Louisiana.
Yep.
And their favorite word is who dat.
Who dat? Who dat?
Oh God. We're doing that.
Yeah, Trey, if I come down there to get Bunny, we're going to have a crawfish bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yep. We can do that too.
I don't know. You burn the candles, all 360 of the compass.
Oh, it'll be all right. We'll just light an extra one in the mix of that. Crawfish ain't nothing too cooking some crawfish.
No.
That won't take long at all.
I have to bring some boudin back for Dale.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in on some
Dang.
boudin.
Yeah.
Blood sauce.
Boudin has some good stuff now.
I love that.
Especially if it's got rice in it.
Mhm.
Well, that's boudin. That's the boudin for you.
Yeah,
I
I know.
don't like rice.
I'm not a rice guy. Like,
boudin.
Damn.
I mean,
You
I'll
know, I'm
eat it
just
when it's covered up with meat like that.
Mhm.
But
I guess you
What is
don't
it
drink
called,
sweet tea
boudin?
neither.
me,
Maybe.
Yeah.
does it look like to you that I don't drink sweet tea?
Well, I'm
He
just
does
saying.
drink.
I'm just saying. Up there,
That's
you might be
basically a
far
food
enough
group.
north. You might be far enough north that
I
you don't
ain't
even
far
drink
enough
sweet
north.
tea.
Oh
This
no.
is tea. It ain't
I've
sweet.
seen them. Yeah. That's nasty.
so
If it
Trey,
ain't
I
that,
gotta tell you, I didn't
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Crawfish bowl or a boil?
boil.
Crawfish bowl. Oh,
yeah.
A
bowl.
bowl.
The way he
Bowl.
says it, it sounds like that.
Oh,
So I put hey, Dale. I pulled the tray on the video
Oh.
that Amy did. I had to put a ground rod in for my ham tower, radio tower,
Uh-huh.
and so I used a hammer drill that had the attachment that you can put over the grounding rod to get it in the ground.
Yeah.
And so you see me coming over, and I'm getting ready to take the attachment off the hammer drill, and so I do that, and it was hot because of the heat, and even though I hadn't used it for a few minutes, I thought it'd be cooled down, but oh no, it was hot. So I pulled the tray,
Hey, did you drop it
reached
in the
for it, and
hurry?
went, hey,
Doesn't take you long to look at a hot piece of metal. Huh?
no ma'am.
it
But the
takes a
first
minute
thing
to
that came to
register.
go ahead, Trey. I'm sorry.
No, I said it just takes a minute to register.
Well, all I know is that after it happened, the first thing I thought of is, oh, great, Trey's going to laugh his off because he's going to be like, oh, no, you did it like I did.
Well, clutch. It just kind of depends on potatoes. Sometimes I say potatoes, sometimes I say taters.
Mhm.
So I use
Taters,
both of
patties.
them. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to check you out, Chris. I'm going to give you see how you're doing in the video. I got to get caught up on everybody. I'm telling you.
I know.
Mhm.
I haven't
Like,
had time to
Idaho.
watch half the people I usually watch.
Man, it gets crazy sometimes.
I have thousands of them, thousands, and I try to get to everyone's. I make our rounds, and I actually got to
Yep.
Trey's and Dale, and now Chris. When you get some content, we'll all come over. Hey, Tony, our cabin in the woods.
Oh,
Welcome, Angie and
yeah,
Hi,
Tony.
Tony.
I've been thinking
Tony!
that Tony and Angie
Tony.
just don't
I've
like
been
me no more.
missing
I
him.
don't ever see Tony or Angie.
You've been
Period.
missing
They're
you,
like just,
Tony.
and now they're getting to where they're always blaming it on grandkids. They just can't accept it. Just take the blame themselves. It's always blaming it on the
Right?
grandkids.
Right? Don't be like stuff.
How are y'all doing, Tony?
They're
I
doing
enjoyed
great.
the dog video. They're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Tony and Angie's dogs are beautiful.
The
Yeah.
They
husky.
really are.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got pretty huskies.
And they are
Yeah.
spoiled babies.
As they
Mm-hmm.
should be.
Yep. Yeah, I've been missing old Tony. Tony ain't been on in a while. He don't
He's been
Yeah.
doing
he hadn't been
shorts.
on hadn't been on Amy's. He hadn't been nothing. He's been Crystal, them darn
Amongst the
kids.
miss.
Yeah.
Them kids.
I guess I don't have that picture on here that I was looking for. Oh well.
Uh-oh. What you got, Bowen?
Well,
Uh-oh.
Tony
I'm
said we're
trying to
perfect
tell you.
here.
Are you showing that spoiled baby?
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Okay.
Aw.
Boy, that's gun right
A
there.
poor thing. That's a
Uh-huh.
rough life.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, rough.
So hard.
There,
So
there
hard.
you go.
Such a
Oh,
He's
tough
got
life.
such a rough life.
oh.
Yeah.
He don't even care.
That's
Right?
animal abuse.
Yeah, he got thrown out of gear.
He almost picked his head up. I thought I seen it move.
Shh, don't want to wake him.
We
Shh.
get the
Right.
a cam on Bowen's dog
One
cam.
little eye lifting up.
We don't want to wake him up,
He's like,
Bowen.
he's like, what do you
Oh,
want?
What are you doing to me?
Mm-hmm.
oh my goodness gracious!
Thank you, Bocephus, for that VIP tour.
Watch it. See, so Bowen, you trying to take some attention from Bunny here. You gonna have Chris turn into the dog now. You
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, y'all do it.
Uh-oh.
It's gone.
cutting
No.
out. Crystal just sent me a picture. She said this is hers right now.
Oh,
He's so sweet. That's a sweet baby, Crystal.
Is that the new one, Crystal? Is that the new one?
Mm. Chill again, Trey.
Again,
Yeah. Get
it's
up.
just out cold. Just
Oh, look at that sweetheart. Almost looks like a little sweet piggy too.
he looks so emaciated. Poor underfed little critter.
Oh.
like what?
Yes, a sweet
You
baby.
woke me
Oh,
up.
Oh,
is that a sausage dog?
Yeah.
That
you
is
mean?
a dachshund of
Oh,
some
they call
kind.
them hot
Yeah.
dogs. Yeah, my uncle has 4 of those.
He's too short to get up in the bed, so he thinks he's got to sleep right beside the bed.
Uh-huh.
Oh my! Yeah, that's the new one they just got.
We got stairs for my dog.
Got stay
We got stairs.
all bougie in there.
Bougie dog.
Bougie
Uh-huh.
dog got stairs to get up
Crystal
in the
said she's
bed.
gonna send a better one, Trey.
I did her legs.
No.
All right, guys. It's almost like 1 o'clock. Me and the dog have got
Oh, you
urinated.
starting to sound like Jennifer now.
Ma, it's 1 o'clock. Well,
Oh,
12:31.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Hey, look at
yep,
boys.
this
Hey,
is
look at
sweet
boys.
yep.
baby.
He's
Yeah.
like, yep. It's time to night.
Uh,
He's like, it's bedtime, y'all.
Yep.
So leave me alone. I'm
He's like, will you
sleeping.
leave me alone? Cut some lights off.
That's all right, guys. We'll see y'all around.
Night,
All
Bowen.
right,
Alright.
Good
Bowen.
night,
Hey,
Bowen.
See you,
Bye,
Bowen.
bud.
Y'all
Bowen.
take care.
You too.
Thank you. You too, Bowen. I'm coming
Yeah,
next because I
I
have
would
to
show
wake up
you a
early.
picture. I would show you a picture of our inside dog right now, but I don't know which one's snoring
Oh,
more, him or Mama in the other room.
Oh, Chris has
boy,
his dog. Oh,
the way
Wow,
that one's
Chris.
posed up right
That
there, it
is
almost
a
looks like
nice
a
looking
fake when that dude
doggy.
is posed.
uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the queen of the house.
Queen of the house.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
she's 14 or 15 years young and a
Uh-huh.
rescue. So
Oh, That reminds me of a story called Hachi, which was Richard Gere played in this film.
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
It looks just like that.
True story.
Yes. And another one you would love? Oh my goodness, it's called Togo. It's one of my favorite films, and it's all in winter. And it's a true story about Balto and Togo. But Togo's the one who actually did all the hauling and helped those children. Y'all
Yes,
gotta see
ma'am.
that. It's a true story, and I love it.
And
Y'all
that's
check
yep, yep,
Togo. That's the name of it. Togo. I'll
yep.
put it in the chat.
Oh,
I've seen
oh
that one.
Lordy. Here's
And
Mm-hmm.
yes,
here's
I
Crystal.
cried. I cried at Old Yeller.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, me too. I
So
did.
now I got Mama and Crystal both sending me pictures of Crystal.
Bunny.
Of their baby dogs.
No, not a bunny.
Oh, she's gonna show it about the bulldogs. I
Yeah,
see him.
right there. And
I
then
didn't know
Uh,
you were a Georgia fan.
no, not
They're fugly dogs.
not.
I am.
Oh man, look at
Oh,
that.
let's see. Oh, I
Them
love
dogs look
it.
like they've been chasing parked cars.
Yes, they do.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Uh,
What is Dana took a sock? What Tim say?
is that
Dana
the
took a
one?
sock
Is
and
that the
made our
one
rat
Crystal
carry a
sent?
shirt.
Crystal sent that one.
Yeah, Crystal sent the
Oh,
one with him laying down.
sweet.
He's
Yeah.
cooling off on that tile floor.
Yeah.
Or
Yes,
she. I
indeed.
don't know if it's a he or she.
That's a
Miss
sweet baby, Crystal.
Miss Lori, have you got any animals?
No, not anymore. We used to have a couple of cats. I
Mm-hmm.
had a dog when we first got married, I think. Yeah, we had her out here for a while. She got hit by a bus.
Oh,
Oh no, that's not good.
Oh yeah. That was that was bad.
Yep, not good.
I haven't had a dog since,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
When
but
mine,
we
well,
used
when,
to have two cats.
mm-hmm.
it took me 3 years to get the dog I showed the picture of because prior to that I had a Dalmatian
Mm-hmm.
and she had a red eye and a blue eye, so red and blues. And so, and yes, I was a fireman over in Israel. So I was a fireman before I was a police officer.
Mm-hmm. Firemen are just wonderful. They understand.
Dalmatian.
Yeah. Anyone
Everybody
who's a
loves a fireman but hates a cop.
everyone understands that first responders, that we owe gratitude to all of our first responders and all of our veterans. All of them.
I
Yep.
Yeah.
like cops. I like officers um that are true.
True and
You know
level
what I mean?
headed, and
Yeah.
my
Well,
uncle was a grand sheriff. My uncle. And you know, and it's whatever you do in your life, I don't care if it's a janitor or if you're a CEO of Fortune 500, do it the best of your ability. It doesn't matter about the money that comes and that goes, and money's not the most important thing in life. And everyone defines success differently, so y'all have your own paths. I'm just saying, for me especially, um, what I would say is just have fun at it. Like, when I grew up, when I was young, I wrote that I wanted to be an attorney slash judge, and yeah, I fulfilled that in a way because I was a guardian ad litem, which is a advocate for children, and I fulfilled that. So, if it gets to the point where you're not passionate about it anymore, maybe you can explore
Yep.
different creative avenues, and always keep your passions, because if you don't have that, what do you have if you don't have your passions in life? It's not what people tell you to do. So it's like not writing the rules. Like, whatever anyone tells you, you don't have to listen to anyone. Go with the flow in your heart. Do what you want. Go back and remember when you were a child. Remember your dreams. Remember your inspirations and just stay there and just be happy with it. And you can still have joy even if you're suffering in the physical realm. Like, I'm the perfect example, y'all. I had to go through a massive accident. I'm a walking miracle. I don't cry about it. I don't sulk about it. I don't want pity for it. I'm not a complainer about it. What do? I get up every day and I grind harder. And I could do a million things and I'm busy all day, but I make sure I spend time with those I care about, whether it's my YouTube community, those that I love, those that I'm tapped into. It's a constant. So it's never it does it just flows. It flows. And you
Oh
can do
yeah.
it. I encourage everyone to do this because if he's the fireman, now he's a policeman. Awesome. And you're a Fortune 500 company. That's awesome. I encourage you to do this thing. Do it. Don't be afraid. Be brave. Be courageous. Be inspired. And everyone out here that we are tapped into are all good communities. And we can inspire one another because it's like you light that candle and don't be afraid to shine. And if someone tries to keep you from shining, they're really not your friends anyway. If someone's
That's
holding
right.
you, but if someone wants to be jealous of you, that's on them, not on us. I don't have any jealous bones in my body. We don't own anyone. No one owns us. We belong to God. Our children are not even our own, y'all. They belong to God. So, y'all, get out there and do your thing, enjoy it, love it, and just have this beauty about it, you know. And it's important that you keep this in your mind because throughout your day, like tomorrow or right now, you're going to have thoughts that come to you. Grab those thoughts that's not going to better you and grab the thought, and you can do that with a scent, a smell. You can get herbal oils. It can be a training of your mind. You can practice these things because the brain and the heart go together. They're continuously an electromagnetic field that the body is listening to, and we are 70% water. We have water above us, we have water surrounding us, and we are 70% water. And when you're drinking, whatever you're drinking, be happy, have the good thought. And anyone that wants to bring you down or shame you or belittle you or think of you or say opinions about you, you don't need to listen to it.
That's right.
You don't need to
Yeah.
listen to it. So I want to tell every one of you I inspire you, and I really love all of you from my heart to all of you. And I have to wish you a beautiful, safe evening. And you out there and you grind every day, and I'm inspired. And if anyone needs anything at all, if I can inspire you or you need someone to talk to, my email is in my description of my channel. Y'all can find it there. And yeah, and Dale's really good at technical. He holds the fort down with
You
all
need
the
grouch
technical
time.
stuff. Yeah, he's amazing. Amazing. And I want to
Not
pray right
me.
now.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
he is. He doesn't toot his own horn, but he does so much. He holds it down for his family. He holds it down at work. He
Be right
holds
back,
it
Trey.
down for everything. Totally. And I want to salute all the veterans out here. Whoever's on the panels, the veteran, whoever's in chat. I love y'all. And God bless y'all. Have a good night. Many powerful
Night.
blessings and love.
Night,
Good night.
Janae.
Good
Hi,
night.
Jenny.
And good night to Crystal, sweet Crystal that's in here, and your sweet mama Vicky, and all y'all in the chat too.
Yep. Jenny, appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all. It's
Let's see. I'm trying to do something here while I'm thinking about it for Chris.
I told you I had that picture of that.
Oh, well, hang on. I can't
I
see. I
sent
was
it to
doing
you.
something.
Hold on. Now I lost it.
Oh, Lordy.
We lost Chris.
Hell, he went to go do something. That's what I was
He was
trying
shuffling
to.
everybody around and he just got flown right off the screen.
Okay, Dale.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're cool, but you're not Bramer at a steer show cool.
yeah, the steer show cool. That is it. Wow.
That is a pretty guy.
He's a yeah.
So Dale, I'll show you something. There's a backstory, and if you want to know, I'll email it to you. But let's just say I was the first one there, and a week later, I saw this young lady again who saw him. I got out, and that was the result.
Oh yes.
And another citizen took the photo, which I didn't know, and sent it into the department, and gave out kudos, but he didn't know the story behind it. But let's just say it was a sad story.
Yeah.
And needless to say, but that's how I was in my career.
That's what. Yeah. So I've got some really close friends. I support the blue, like really support the blue, and but I also have those friends also know of people on that they don't care for.
Yeah,
at all.
there's good and bad of everybody. Doesn't matter if you're there's good and bad, just like there's good and bad of tractors.
Oh yes,
tractor brands.
I mean, there's green and good. Green's good.
But but and I always didn't like it when it takes this one police officer, doesn't matter what state they're in, can mess it up for everybody.
Yep. And in this day and age is the biggest problem. The life of social media and instant all over the world.
TikTok, Twitter, and all that
has been the detriment. People want to talk about. Never mind. I'll get on a subject.
And they also show just the bit, but not the whole video.
Yeah,
doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah,
people try to make out things that have happened since the beginning of time as something that's just recent. The only difference is those things still happen back then, but it would take years because of everything was on paper and stuff like that before you would ever know about it. Now with social media, you know about it instantly.
Yep.
So you didn't have pictures.
Yep.
Support Bunny.
Are you trying to get him to
pop that back up so come on, pop it back up so I can get it there.
I don't know. I don't even know what that thing worked. I was over here clicking on stuff and I seen that pop up.
That's buy a coffee app.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not. It's a QR code. I could change the picture. I was gonna put a picture of Bunny on there, and I don't have no pictures of Bunny in my computer. I was gonna mess.
Now you're gonna have to get a picture, and then you link your PayPal to that, and there you go.
It's all kind of QR codes. Like it's like this one. You can do this one, which is just a QR code. See up here in the corner, and without a picture. And then you got this one that you can do. That's a QR code. You can pick the picture that goes with it. And then, and you can add other stuff. And then this one is demo product. I'm just, I don't know if that's.
You're just playing.
I am. I'm trying to figure all this out. Kind of like I want to figure out how we do the co-stream thing.
My kid's name is Case. See, someone led you astray, Crystal.
I gotta get back, get chat.
But no, I did agree with. I seen her comment about that her dog sounds like a radiator overheating. That was awesome. But
all right, I'm gonna go let the dog back in.
Oh, no.
Crystal, we're gonna have her a cam by tomorrow morning.
Yeah. I just read that.
Trey. God. Okay. I'm not going to get like all sensitive on you here, but you don't know how awesome it is that your family is supportive of what you do. My family is not. Like, they don't get it. They don't watch us. They don't.
You're cold.
They think that it's like a waste of our time. Why are you doing that? You know, they don't get it at all.
I know.
The closest that my
Well,
dad has been is when I sent him the link for one of my devotionals and he liked it. But the new wore off of it by like the second or third one. He no longer watched any more of them.
yeah.
So they just don't watch any of
Well,
my stuff, you know.
they do. Everybody's warming up to it. You know, that's why some of the videos we get some stuff, they get a little short in places, you know. But you know, I wish I could get my son to get on board. If you go back and look at some of my first videos, it was with him doing hot stuff or us doing hot stuff together. Now he's a little too cool for everything, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know,
You're going to end up with a pallet of food delivered.
oh, Tim.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me the brand that she prefers.
We actually the feed that we buy them. I go pick it up. Well, there's a truck that brings it, but when we can, I can go pick it up. But it's over in Mississippi, and it's really not too bad for a pallet. I mean, yes, it's expensive, but it's like 300 and I can't remember, 300 and something dollars is a pallet. But that pallet lasts for a good while. Now, right now, it's not because I'm feeding that yearling. You know, it's just set up on a creep feeder. It's two yearlings down there, and they just eating it however they want. You know? So, but yeah, they normally get about a 5 gallon bucket a day. Is just what I feed them in the troughs and keeps them. And normally you can get 2 days, 2 5 gallon buckets, and then you get a piece of a bucket.
Yep.
So, yeah. But yeah, I mean it is. I mean, mom and dad and Crystal, they they watch it all. And what in the world what is that? Come on.
Oh,
Yep.
my goodness.
Mm.
You're my hero.
What you calling me for, Chris?
Sorry.
That's
Yeah,
as
you're
bad
gonna
as
have
me.
to put a picture of Bunny attached to my name, right?
That's
Yeah,
as bad
that's
as
what
me
I
over
do.
here sending Trey pictures of deer heads.
Hey, that one that I sent you the other day that guy got back there was a good one.
I should have sent you the latest from the locker plant. It's a monster, dude.
Really.
Monster.
Mm.
What about this
Well, Dale,
girl? About this girl in Louisiana or wherever that got that one that's like a 7-inch base mass on that
Oh yeah,
one.
that was killed. That was killed right up the road. It was killed in the same parish that the one that I sent you. That's just
What
right
is a
here.
parish? Is that a county?
Yeah, Louisiana is the only state that has parishes instead of
Okay.
counties. Yeah.
Yeah.
and everybody's cousins, sisters' cousins are all, certified deputies
True.
because
Just
because
about.
down there in Lake Charles, Louisiana, yeah. When I worked
Yeah.
down south in southeast Texas, the first thing they said was, if you ever get into pursuit, because I worked as a deputy sheriff, they said, and you're on Interstate 10 going east, when you get to the Cow Bayou Bridge, or not the Cow Bayou Bridge, but the Sabine River Bridge, or the state line, stop. Because once they go into Louisiana, they don't care if you've got red and blues going or whatever. They just, boop, 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 pew pew pew.
Let me see if I can. I think this is the one you're talking about, Dale. Let me.
And Dale, all I can say is I'm sorry, and just know that you're my adopted brother, and I mean
Oh,
that.
that's okay.
I mean wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Hey, we're all brothers and sisters.
I know, but I want you to know that.
I
This
appreciate it.
thing has been this whole community of things have been very supportive. I've talked to matter of fact, I talked to Colton earlier.
3B Colton
3B, yep.
and
And
Brooklyn.
talked to
They're all
them. They was talking about growing their channel and they're trying to get bigger. And that's what I told him. I said one of the best things that's happened for me was finding this community.
They popped
You know.
in a little bit to our community.
Yeah, they was. So let me see which one Crystal sent here. Crystal just texted me one, but yeah, that's the one, Crystal. I was fixing to show Dale and ask him if that's the one he was talking about. Let me see here, Dale. Let me get where I can.
Yes.
That's
Wow.
it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's a mammoth.
Yeah, and you want to know the crazy thing? You right now, you sir,
Yeah,
can
he's over
purchase.
there.
You can purchase the land where that deer was killed right now. I think it's $1.8 million.
I'm out.
They'll take a check, right?
I don't have $1.8.
Deal.
Yeah,
I don't have
there's
$1.80.
Do we need to do a
Sure, I got
GoFund?
that over in my safe. No.
Yeah, it was 7. That's 7 and an 8. I think is that's the measurement. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy.
can't see
Man.
the tape, but yeah.
So Trey, we need to get a GoFundMe for Dale started.
How many acres? How many acres is that 1.8?
I don't remember. I have to go back and try to go find it. But it come out to be like 6,500 an acre, I think is what it was, 7,500 an acre, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
That's some prime real estate.
Yes.
That is a big hunk of land.
Yep. Yep. But it's in Madison Parish, and that's right there where the other one that I showed you, I sent you, was. And he's a hoss. He's a hoss. But they drag them out of there. They messed up this weekend. So they allowed muzzleloader in. They've always allowed muzzleloader in 2 days.
Yeah.
But what they have the reforested areas there, and if you hunt a muzzleloader in the reforested area, you have to use an actual muzzle loader that loads from the muzzle. This is the first year they've allowed them to use here in the muzzle loaders in that area, the 35 wheelings, the 444s, and all that stuff. And it just so happened is the rut started kicking in early because of that big cold snap we had the other day. And let me tell you, they have drug some bruisers out.
Oh.
So you can't use a 4570 Gatlin?
Yeah, no, it has to be a 40. It can be a 4570, but it has to be a single shot crack barrel to be legal for muzzleloader.
Here, when they say muzzleloader, it's like you said, it has to be a 209 primer and load
the
from
state.
Franklin.
Our state changed it about probably been now 8-9 years ago. You could use basically a 35 caliber or larger crack barrel gun for a muzzleloader here.
break action.
Yep, breakover. Yeah, breakover, whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
I knew what you meant.
And see, Dale, we could start naming you Daniel Boone.
Daniel.
I have a 50 cal muzzleloader, and I hunted with one for several years.
I mean, I used to hunt with them. Same thing.
But the problem is here, a muzzleloader season here is in September when it's literally 90 to 90 to 100 degrees with ticks and fleas and
Oh, look,
you put
y'all
a deer on the
it's
you
in the
put a
oven.
deer on the ground and it looks like even though the deer is expired, it's still moving because there's so many ticks and everything all over it
Wow.
and spider webs and sweat, and I'm out. Like,
Yep.
you got like T minus 30 minutes before all the meat spoils on it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Place over by Faraday. Yeah. That I'm sorry. I didn't. Yeah. Honey. I think it's Honey Lake. That's what it's called, Tim. That's it. I think it's Honey Lake or Honey Break. Not Honey Lake, Honey Break. Yeah, it's some big deer over there too.
Man,
So
my my Facebook is just blowing up with this announcement of Phil Robertson and his Alzheimer's.
they what they said here on a local deal is he don't he has early
Early.
signs
Yeah.
of Alzheimer's, and he has a golly, what was I saying? It was on it was actually I think last night on the local news, but it's something else that's wrong with him too. I'm not thinking. And they're fixing to do another show. They've already started
Really?
filming. Yeah, they've already started filming another deal. Yeah. So there's going to be a whole new spin on it too. Yeah.
Well, here's one of the odd ones that was at the locker from right here.
Oh, what's that? Oh wow. Wow. Yeah.
Here I got much better one that they just posted yesterday. There's local harvest.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Um, let's see here. This one is all broke up. He wide as the day is long, but
Golly. Yep.
Jeez. That's a spread.
let's see here.
Now you're making me want beef venison jerky.
This guy here, he's super tall. Plus, he's
Yeah.
pretty good and wide.
Yeah.
Did you see that 10 point that Tony posted on his video?
Tony,
Our cabin
cabin?
in the woods.
No.
Yeah, in one of his videos, he was out walking and all that, and he was sitting there, you know, pointing it out. There was a 10 point.
Wow.
Those are all just right here. Oh, this is a lot better picture of that one. That kid right there is about he's about 6'4" and probably 270.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude is a monster.
Yep. Yeah.
It's
Wow.
a big
Yeah, Crystal, the place that Tim's talking about is down Jonesville. Boy, look how tall.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are
That's
all
nice.
within 10 to 15 miles right here by the house.
Yeah.
There's another one.
Mm.
That's just this year.
Just this year.
Yeah, these are all from this year.
This is something here. Oh wow. Yeah.
Mm,
This here was
nice.
taken.
Hold on.
They just
Go ahead.
they're just making this legal here.
Look at the paws.
520. They said he was 20 years old, 500 pounds.
Wow.
No kidding.
Yep, they've done become a bad nuisance here. So
Big-
they opened it for 10 limits, 10 people. You had to get Drew. Crystal, honey break that Tim was talking about is down on the other side of Jonesville. You know, the refuge that you drive through on the way from Texaco Town to uh, headed up Alexandria is down back up in there, off whatever that body of water is down there. That
Those
river.
have all been since mid-November.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, they're like that here. We get some pretty good ones, but we just don't see all of them unless they get posted on Facebook or something. But they've drug out some horses
I'm
here.
telling you.
Man, it has been
That one that you said was really tall, that's my banker. One of my bankers.
Yeah. Kansas does have some nice deer, Tim.
Well, this
Yeah,
part of
this
Kansas
one,
does.
yeah,
Southeast corner. I mean, there's a reason why we're loaded up with everybody from all over the country because we got big deer.
well, look at. You want to see something? You talking about tall? Let me show you. This is tall.
Yeah.
It's very bright.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. They turn on down some. There we go.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd go great in my freezer.
Yeah.
Well, that's where that's at. That's at a locker. So that's all those come in. You know, that doesn't even count the ones that like don't go to a processor, you know,
Oh
that
yeah.
people work up themselves.
Yeah, the people
Mhm.
dress themselves.
But mainly why all those people are taking them there is because they really know what they're doing to cape one out for a mount. Like they know
Yeah.
exactly what to do.
Yep.
And you know, the nice part of that, only one of them was from somebody that isn't somewhat local.
Man, yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, talking about caping them out, that's something that's done got expensive. I mean, it's gonna have to be it's got to be a sure enough something for me to cape another one out. I mean, my son's got one that's still in the freezer from last year. The head I got to take to, because I'm gonna get it done for him because that's his first really big deer to kill on public land with his bow. That deer weighed over 300 pounds. He was 250. I think it was 259 dressed, field dressed. Yeah,
He's a big one.
huge, huge.
That's a big deer.
Yeah.
So what are you using for your broad tips, Trey?
I've for I don't know how many years now I've used the Rage Extreme,
Who?
but Rage Extreme,
Rage Extreme.
but that's what my son is using. 'Cause I still had a bunch of packages left of them, but I just
Expandable.
swapped. Do what?
They're expandables, aren't they?
Yeah, they're expandables. Yeah. But I just swapped this year because the extreme, the Rage Extremes, they tear up. They're almost a one and done, and them things is like $46 for a pack of two.
Woo!
Yeah, yeah. So they
You don't
do the
want to miss.
job. They do the job that they're meant to do. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's no complaints other than they're just about a one and done broadhead. So I just swapped to the G5 Mega Meats, and I haven't got to test one yet. So I got a video that may be coming if all the footage is there because I haven't even looked at the footage. I had one at 20 yards, and it don't matter. It didn't matter if I went up or down. I couldn't get over or under that limb for a shot,
Oh no.
and it just stood there
Oh,
and then walked off.
oh, that's painful.
But the question is that limb down now?
No, because I will know now to go higher or lower. We just actually walked in. We actually just walked in on the back side of the private land we hunt, just to hunt because the deer just aren't coming out to the feed until after dark. And just climbed a tree, just random trees out there. We thought would be pretty good. So, and I think between the two of us, I think we seen about 18, 19 deer between me and my son that evening. Yeah.
Trey don't give me wake up calls and we'll all be late.
Dude, what? Wait, where am I at? I was talking, telling stories, and now I'm behind it. Now my dad done taxidermy for years.
Good night, Crystal.
Night, Crystal.
Oh, Crystal.
I'm gonna have to go with you all.
Yeah,
I got to get up and teach class in the morning.
Midnight anyway. So I got Mama. Mama's still up. Mama's sending me Amazon stuff to go in and.
Your mom?
Yeah. Yeah. I know that's what that text message was. It just come in. Yep. That's what it was.
It's for the bunny cam.
Yeah. Yeah.
For bunny cam.
I need to see if I could get me a cam, one of my cams I got in front of my house that people could operate and turn it. That way you could watch the cows with it. Check on them.
Guess I need to put a piggy cam.
Hey, that could be a good. I haven't done no memberships yet because I really don't know what I could offer really good. So I want to offer something good. That might be something to offer for members.
Oh yeah,
you have access to the bunny cam.
I thought about it.
That's a good
I
idea.
thought about putting one when we had the quail coop. I thought about putting one in the quail coop because if you ain't ever watched quail, they're funny. Like they are funny.
They are funny. That's the ones every time you open up, they fly out.
Yeah.
I don't know
Now, Dale, have you ever gone pheasant hunting?
Have I ever went pheasant hunting?
Yes, sir.
Last year?
With
maybe Johnny Dillon.
Maybe since then.
I've never gone pheasant hunting, and I've never eaten pheasant, so I didn't.
They're amazing.
I just know that when they pop up, they scare the bejeebus out of you if you're not ready for it.
It's a
I want to go. I would love. That's one bird that I would love to go and hunt. Would be a pheasant.
Do they taste like chicken?
I've never eaten one.
They taste like pheasant.
Yeah.
Taste like pheasant.
They're a little gamey.
Do they have a real strong taste, like a ducky taste? Or
mine don't have a strong taste.
Well, I was just asking.
About like I'm gonna say like thigh meat on a chicken. They're kind of that.
With or without bones?
They're like a darker meat.
the
they're good.
I really think
they're small, but they're good.
I made for my for our Wild Game November video for Christine's collaboration this last month. I made pheasant chili, and it was amazing. Last year, I made pheasant fajitas for it.
Good night, Vicky.
Good night, Mama. I'll get you hooked up here in just a few. So after I get off here and go turn the water on.
Just like Madwood Barbecue. Hey, what's going on?
Barbecue. That's the first. I've never seen you in here before. Welcome. Yeah, Christmas is coming fast because somebody wants to do Christmas on like the 18th or something.
There
Just
you go.
Another day.
There's a
wow
right there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now what's the limit? What's the limit on them?
4 per person.
4 per person. Okay. Now is that just per hunt?
Per day.
Per day.
But
That's what I meant when I said
but
per
then you
hunt.
have a bag. Then you have a bag limit total. You know.
Those are bigger than I can't even think of it. Dove, but
Oh
what
my
is it? White
goodness!
winged dove.
I mean, there's a reason why they call them feral chickens, because that's what they are.
Oh, okay.
They're basically the size of a small chicken. You know.
Yeah.
Is one of them named Bunny?
No. But I'm gonna have to go because there's something out here on the porch. So I'll
Uh-oh.
talk to you guys.
All right. We'll see
Good
you
night,
there.
Dale. Thank you.
Hi, Dale.
Bye.
Well, thank you for joining Madwood Barbecue. You catching us on the tail end of the situation. We're
not going
we're
on
only 3
all-nighter?
hours and 15 minutes in.
Not an all-nighter? Wait a minute. I mean, I've got coffee. I've got mints. I mean, I'm prepared here.
I've got to go get Bunny some water turned on and get you a picture of Bunny.
I will be waiting with anticipation.
With bated breath.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you got
Worms in your mouth.
You know you're going to have to tell Bunny that that she's going to be. I'm going to have a fan club.
Yeah,
I'm sure she'll be
that's
happy.
right, Tim. That's how you do that. Yep, you're right. Better late than never. So, but yeah, I do. I'm telling you, I have not. Which they've got water, but they'll be getting on low. So they've been 2 days. Water's been turned off for 2 days.
Oh,
Well, it's been turned off longer than that, but I've been going back there every evening and cutting it on because it's been cold. We've been down below freezing, and I haven't exactly winterized that back there where that water trough is. So I can't just leave it on.
I expect you to winterize that for Bunny by within the next 24 hours, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will do that.
You'll light another candle, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. I do. I got plenty to do tomorrow. I need to dry up a little bit, man. We're getting wet. I need to clip one more pasture.
All we're getting up here is or over here, I should say, is over yonder. There we go.
Over
I'll add
yonder.
that one. Over yonder.
There you go. Yep.
We just been getting the fog and the fog mist, and this morning it looked like London.
we've been getting pouring rain since this afternoon. Early this afternoon, around 2 o'clock or something, it started, and it was pouring all day.
It did here too. Yet that was yesterday. It did here so hard.
Now, Miss Lori, what state are you in? I'm not asking the city. What state are you in?
Massachusetts.
That's right. I remember that as soon as
Up
you
here
said
in the Northeast.
Yes,
you're up there. You're up there close to old Scotty.
Yes.
Or the same
not too far.
state. Same state as Scotty.
Yeah. He's a little further east and northeast.
Gotcha. Yep. Good deal.
We're kind of in the middle of the state, a little on the south side.
I got you.
Oh, the warmer side, huh? Where you get warmer temperatures?
Yes. Slightly.
You want snow, and you're in, I wouldn't mind us getting some snow here if we could actually get snow. If we could get the fluffy snow here, but it's just Louisiana is not built for snow. Just to get it. I mean, when we get it, we could get 6 inches, and I'm telling you, we'll have basically 6 inches of ice.
Yep.
Is the way we are down here with the humidity and all that.
Yeah.
Well, that's I mean, people up there in North Carolina, or was it? Yeah, I think it was North Carolina, but in Tennessee and all that, they were, whoever would think that we should prepare for a hurricane.
Yeah.
Exactly. And all those poor people that lost everything, and it's like So it's like
Flash floods.
you never know. And then there's been snow, in Florida before?
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Well, it's like from what they said, what happened in the Carolina stuff was they wasn't expecting all the water to come down the mountains. That it
Yeah.
wouldn't have been bad as far as the hurricane that come through there really wasn't bad. It wasn't enough to really tear up the way it did. But what got them was the amount of water that come out of the mountains. I mean, that was
Yeah.
bad. I don't even know that there's a way to
Just
prepare for
washed
that
everything out.
except for just get away on
Yeah.
that,
I was watching
yeah.
Ryan Hall this morning,
Yeah.
and he was saying that by Wednesday we might be getting some major snow.
Yep. There's a storm. There's a big system in the right now heading that way.
Yep. Yep.
What'd you
And
say,
I'm
Matt
hoping
Wood?
not, but
He said, I was just saying, he said, I guess he's saying he got off of another live from Louisiana. Somebody else from Louisiana was live still?
But they don't have
no
a
idea.
bunny.
I
But
don't
they
know
don't have a
anybody
bunny.
else.
Well, see, right now here at my place, my weather station in my backyard is telling me it's 38 degrees, real feel 34.
Yeah, Tim, that's exactly
I
right.
haven't looked at mine.
Our
Last
snowballs
time
here,
I
you
looked at
make a
mine,
snowball.
it was like 45, and that
So you're
was
warmer than me.
8 o'clock.
Oh, well, it was 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little earlier. So it might be down to maybe 40 or even a little lower.
Oh, you good. You good, Madwood. I was just wanting to
Still
make sure I
raining.
understood that right. That's what you meant, that you had just got off of another live from Louisiana. That's cool. Yeah, and Tim is right. You can pick up our snow here, and time you do that to make you a ball, it turns into a frozen, just about
Frozen.
like I opening up your refrigerator and getting a chunk of ice out of it because it just goes solid.
Yeah, it's not a
Ice
snowball fight, it's an ice fight.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
ice balls are not fun to get hit with.
No, they're not.
No, no.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
I always had a one of my things during the winter months because I worked at a school. I got off patrol and I became a school police officer.
Mm-hmm.
Worked with the kids and all that. So you had to come up. I came up with all these different ideas, to interact with the kids and all that. And well, one of them during the winter months, I said, if it ever snows and we're here at school, I challenge all of my students to have a snowball fight, them against me. Now, was I going to get smacked and everything? But just, but the camaraderie between the kids and me, that's what it was all about.
Yep.
It didn't matter if I was going to get, snowballed or whatever. It was just joining in.
It is currently 66 here.
66. That's a heat wave. What's the humidity?
It's a currently humidity is 97%.
Yeah, I believe
Whoa.
it. That's Louisiana.
With a southwest wind of 6 miles an hour.
Well, there's a cold front that's already come through Texas. It's should be getting to you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know when. Let me look at the daily.
Yeah, I guess they're supposed to be getting some
Actually,
real
tomorrow,
cold down there.
Tuesday night's low is 36, but Tuesday's high is 64. But it's only going to be for a couple of days. Wednesday, we're going to get down to 32 and a high of 58. And then we're right back up, about mid to high 60s for the next 4 days.
Well, where my grandkids live in Texas, in North Texas,
mm-hmm.
They were in the 80s yesterday.
Yeah.
In the high 70s today before the cold front came through.
Well, our high today, I think, was 72. I think what it said our high was. There 71. I wasn't there. I won't remember.
Must
So
be
we need
nice.
to send firewood towards Miss Lori.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. I almost wish I had my wood stove hooked up again.
Mm. Yep.
I'd like
It's
to
been
get
a
a
long
wood
time.
stove just to have, and have it hooked up, and because this house of mine doesn't have a fireplace, and
We
so
still we still have ours, but it's down cellar and it's hooked up, but there's stuff all around it and on
Oh,
it and
Tim don't
all
give
the junk.
Tim don't give Trey any ideas because he's got that new Raptor or whatever. Yeah, he'll be taking
so
a he'll be taking a truck hood and flipping it over and making it as a sled, putting
oh,
a
we
seat.
already got that.
Oh,
It's already out. We got we got an old front nose off one of the race cars we use for that. Just got a rope, hook a rope to it, and go. It stays prepared because when we get it here, we don't have it for long. You got to take advantage of it.
Ooh,
you were
28.
the type of person growing up that if there was water in the ditch, you'd get on your skis and have somebody pull you
There
behind a
you go.
car.
That's right. That's right.
Hook up the horse.
Yeah.
Now that was back in my days. I'm older than him.
Wednesday's high of 28, low of 16. It's a little nipply. Little
That's
nipply.
what we were getting last week.
Which would clear and inversion out. But they keep telling us it's. Yeah, they oh, excuse me. I should have been a weatherman because I'm telling you, I could predict rain or snow or something every day, and I'm never wrong because there's always a possibility.
It's like up here. It's New
Yeah.
England. If you don't like the weather, wait a minute.
Oh yeah, that's what we say about Louisiana. If you don't like it, just give it a minute.
Well, what you need to
Yep.
do, Trey, is get you one of those weather rocks.
A weather rock.
Yeah, if the rock is swinging, it's windy. If the rock is wet,
It's
it's
raining.
rain. If the rock is dry, it's sunny.
Yeah. There was one car and he caught it. Yeah, if he hit the bumper, I think he caught it. Mm. No. Mm-mm-mm.
The next time I see
Okay.
one, I will send it to you, Trey.
All right, there you go.
So you can hang it up and the bunny cam can catch it. So I know the weather.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what you could do is you could go to a flea market somewhere and find an old pet rock, tie a string on it, and hang it up.
That's basically what the weather rock is.
Yeah, I think you're right, Karma. I think
Start
that's about the
a
saying
new
everywhere.
fad.
Yeah. So, well, guys, I am fixing to wrap it up because I do have to still go and go get this water cut on. I need to go get it cut on for them.
Take care of my bunny.
I am. I'm finna get you fixing to get you a bunny picture in just a few.
I'll be waiting.
Yeah, well, you gonna get it.
I appreciate it, Trey.
Yep. So
I'll change my logo so that when I click off or whatever, it'll be a picture of bunny.
yep. Hey, and guys, any of y'all that's left in here that, and I know y'all have, but if like Madwood or any of them left in here, y'all, there's a channel out there, Critter Creek. Guy's name is Mickey, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to help him and get him a little bit more, out there. He's trying to get to his subscriber mark, his watch hour marks, and he does a lot for the folks in the YouTube community, not just the community that we're in. He does a lot for a lot of folks.
He
So
makes logos and
yeah, oh yeah, he
cartoons.
draws the cartoons and logos for people. That's right, and hoping he's supposed to be working on one for me, but he says every time he watches another one of my videos, he changes up the whole scheme of it. So I ain't no telling what it's going to be when I get it, or he might make me a whole book of drawings.
I wonder if he could do a picture of a
He could do
cartoon picture of me and
Bunny.
Bunny.
Oh yes, yeah, without a doubt, guaranteed he can do one with you and Bunny. But
He
like I
could do
said, y'all go check him out. It's Mickey at Critter Creek.
Now
And
I've got
like I
one
said,
quick question for you, Trey.
what's that?
Everybody keeps talking about these watch hours. Is if I watch a bunch of your videos, are
Mhm.
you getting the credit for the watch hours?
Yeah,
So I need to go watch a lot more because I've watched some of Critter Creek. So I need to go watch more for him.
yep.
Okay.
And if you don't
Yeah,
do
and
nothing,
likes.
yep. And if you don't do nothing, but if you're busy, turn them on and let him run.
That's no problem. I mean, I've
That,
got
yep,
yeah.
yep. You can do that.
Give him a
And
thumbs up and make a
yep.
comment. Comments are supposed to be helpful too.
Oh yeah. Yes,
The
ma'am.
big thing, the thing that really helps you is when you post a video, the quicker it gets traction, the more thumbs up it starts getting, the more comments, the algorithm picks it up and says, hey, people like this video. Let us push it out to more people.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's kind of like I tried the video that I put out yesterday. Yeah. What's
I
that? Monday?
watched it.
Well, I know, but I tried something. I tried to put it out with the like it shows there's a lot of people that's watching at like 4 o'clock, you know, and I tried to put it out, and man, that video shot out like a cannon, but it run out there and it went to getting late and it just nosedived. And I said I won't
Really?
post no more late videos because that thing was headed up like this. I mean, it had like almost 500 views in like I think 3 hours, something like that. And then it went to getting late and it went from doing this to this. And then that's where it went.
Just think what Bunny's videos would do.
Well, I put Bunny in a lot of videos.
Not lately.
So, okay, what am I
And I'm
missing?
jealous. I'm
What is then why would you hang a pet rock like that? A pet rock.
for the weather, Joe. Come on.
Karma won't know how I cut water. You just cut it off.
Well, there's been one person that actually parted water.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he
And one that walked on it. Well, two that walked on it.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, he is. He's done several t-shirts and stuff for that. He is.
Yes.
And I was supposed to have met him at Pinecone Fest, and he had something come up, and they couldn't make it to Pinecone Fest. So I haven't got to meet him yet.
So you're gonna have to bring Bunny to Tin Killer.
I think I'll just load her up in back of the Tahoe. You reckon
Because
Jessica
I get,
let me do that?
I get 30 days, I get 1 month to spend with her, a year.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Brother,
Yeah.
I just got to pick on you a little bit about it.
Oh,
but,
you ain't
know.
you ain't bothering me. No. Shoot, I enjoy it. So, but anyway. So,
You have
but
a good night, Trey.
Yep, I am. I'm fixing to go back here, and I got to go get Chris a picture of Bunny and get Bunny's water turned on.
I
And
need to go check out the inside of my eyelids.
yeah, then
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
have a
come
good
back.
night, Miss Lori.
I still got to get a
You
shower
too, Chris.
and all that good stuff.
Oh, is that what the basement smelled like?
Yeah, that's that smell that y'all smell in the basement.
Well, y'all have a good night and be blessed. And thank y'all for letting me come on.
All right.
Yeah, me
Appreciate
too.
it. Thank you, Miss Lori.
Good night,
Thank
Trey.
you, Chris. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Yep.
Good night, everybody in chat.
I want a bunny stuffed cow to add to my collection. Yeah. Let's see if I can't find you one of them.
You
Good
need to
night,
market.
Trey.
See, you can
Cow?
market that stuff.
You got to stuff a
Yeah,
cow
yeah.
with bunnies?
I guess so.
You could market that stuff and put it on your, your channel.
Well, I am. Here we are. We're fixing to go and I'm back on again. But I am. I have a guy that is working on me. Supposed to be a
He's working
page,
on you.
working on me a website, so I can put my stuff. Most people do like what's the name where everybody does their stuff? I can't even remember the name of people.
Marketing
Something
or
fire, something fire.
oh,
I don't know.
yeah, I know what you're talking
Bonfire,
about.
bonfire.
On fire?
But yeah, but I'm gonna try. He's making me up a website, and I'm gonna try to put like my chem caps and do all that stuff. Just have it where it can be a off-site, off of YouTube site when you click on the link.
A bunny cap.
Yeah, might be a bunny. Look at why look.
Well,
Good
Trey,
night, Joe.
again, y'all have a good night.
Yeah, y'all too. Good
Be
night,
safe.
Tim, Laurie.
Good night.
Appreciate all you guys, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. I'll be on probably with Amy tomorrow night, as long as I have the get a chance. I'll see y'all then.
I'll
So
probably be watching at least.
that's right. That's right. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Everybody have a good one. We'll see y'all.
Good night.
Night.